So last session began with us departing from Jingle Jangles, as we were greeted with the sight of a new island hung in the air out over the valley of trees. This one stood far out with a cottage in it. Kino used her salt shaker to get the Bone of Woe. Fentrix utilized his guard drake to head an exploration into the Bad Place, which we found out to be a banished citadel run by the Cult of the Dragon and was used during the cult's kind of golden age to create undead dragons called Dracoliches. After having a brief discussion with an unnaturally old human man in purple robes, we accepted his help in entering a demiplane within the citadel, and he gave us a bit of insight about the magic surrounding it in exchange for us agreeing to map some of the inside. Once inside, Grin and Kylena alerted the nearby undead, which began to swarm us, and we quickly had to push back the tides of undead in the courtyard of Castle Evernight.
Let's go.
All right. Yeah, Tailspire didn't keep my order, my initiative order. That sucks. But damn it.
Okay, well, all the enemies go last.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna say.
I mean, for you, all the
Yeah.
enemies go last, right? Weren't you at the top of the turn order?
That was a joke.
I mean, you're not wrong though.
I remember I was not at the top of the turn order.
I think
Some
I
could say I was
managed.
at the end of it.
I think I managed a nat 20 and still wasn't first in the turn order.
Wasn't it like Kino first in the turn order?
Sure, I won't
Well,
contest that.
I
Yeah,
got a
I-
21.
Would it actually be possible? I'm so sorry. Would it be possible for someone to go back in the stream
Yeah, I
and go
got
through it? Otherwise, we can just roll initiative again and
No,
go
I got
through it. But
Oh, yeah, 1 second.
Do that.
I rolled a 3. A total of a 3.
All right, I have the initiatives here.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, well,
So-
we need the
Who's
initiatives
first?
of the enemies, don't we?
All right, so these aren't in order, but I'm looking back at the channel.
Oh, okay,
We
you
have
have the
Ky-
video pulled up.
No, I'm back in the Dice Rolls channel.
Oh.
Someone memorize these and put them in order as I read them
Honor
out.
was
Pull the video up anyway, because we need to know where the monsters
Yeah.
were too.
oh no, I got it. The monsters I know. The
Oh,
monsters
okay.
are there. The monsters are there. No, thank God.
Okay,
yeah.
perfect.
No, it's literally just the initiative order. I don't know if you guys are. I'm summoning people now. I have the monsters though.
Henri was first.
Henri was first. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Henri got a 21.
After that, it was Ivar.
Where the hell are you, Henri? Wait a second. Hold
No,
on.
I lied.
Hang on.
Henri's up
I'm
on the
rock.
Oh yeah, no, you're here. Okay, cool. Yep. No, I was looking at your little thing. Okay, Henri's first. Yep.
Then Kino.
Awesome. Okay.
Then Ivar.
Then Ivar. Okay.
Then Brother.
Yep.
Then Fentrix.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, yeah, you need to give the numbers.
Well, so not just the number. I just yeah. If anyone can see, like, if anyone can pause the video, oh, you know what? You didn't. Damn it. No one will see that probably because we are not doing it from my screen.
Yeah,
No, I can see. If I go through, I should be able to get the order because I can see the little tiles up top.
Oh, okay.
So
Awesome.
that should
Okay.
be in the video.
Yeah.
I just need to pull
So
it up.
sorry, I have the enemy's placement. What I don't have is their initiative order. That's what I
Yeah.
meant. Sorry.
Hang
I know
on.
where the enemies are. I just don't know where they are in the initiative order on the little thing here. Yeah, I forgot you guys didn't see the. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so that's cool. So we have Henri, Kino, Gren, Ivar, Brother. Is that correct?
Kylena, I'm assuming, has a higher dex modifier than Grin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kylena's above Grin.
Okay. Kylena's above Gren.
Okay,
Cool.
so Lich first.
Lich first. Okay.
Skeleton Archer.
Oops, Lich, right. Lich first, Skeleton Archer. Yep.
Skeleton Warrior.
Skeleton Archer's dead, so that's cool. Skeleton Warrior. Skeleton Warrior is also. Oh no, he's not. Hold on. Skeleton Archer is actually there. I'm sorry. There is still one. And Skeleton. No, skeleton warrior's dead. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So
and
skeleton archer, skeleton warrior. You said right?
yeah, and then Henri,
And then Henri. Yep.
evil spirit.
Which
That's the
I
banshee,
think
the
is.
glowing blue one
Yep.
over by the hammer.
Oh yeah. Yep. Thank you.
Kino.
Yeah. Kino. Okay. So evil spirits before Kino. Okay. Yep.
Skeleton lord.
Right. Skeleton lord is this one up here. Okay.
Human warrior, which I think is a player.
That's Ivar. Yep.
Yeah. Warriors Ivar.
Oh, so it's human warrior and then Grin?
It's actually
Well, yeah.
human warrior, ghoul.
Right. Yep.
Hang on,
Yep.
sorry, I'm trying to fast forward.
No,
Another
that's
ghoul.
fine.
Yeah, all the ghouls
Yep.
are together in the turn order.
Yep. Yep. That is correct. Yeah.
And then
1, 2,
brother.
3. Okay. So the only thing I fucked up is Grin somehow.
I go after brother.
Yeah,
I think, unless
and then-
there's-
Sorry, go ahead.
So where was Grin then? Because I think he got decently high in this ship, right, Grin?
No, he
I
and
got a
No.
9.
are right behind Fentrix.
Okay. All right. Then it is right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
And then
Whirl
it's
is last.
brother, Fentrix, zombie.
Yeah. Yep. Brother, Fentrix, zombie, and then
And
Grin.
then Grin.
Oh, okay. All right. And where's Whirl then?
Hang on, I'm fast
That
forwarding.
last he has authority.
I'm near, if not at the
After-
bottom.
After
Okay.
the
So this is right then. Okay. We're good then. This is correct.
no,
Awesome.
it's
So Lich, Skeleton Lord, Henri, Evil Spirit, Kino,
Yeah.
Kylena, Skeleton Lord, Ivar, all the ghouls, brother, and that's definitely right. I remember that. Fentrix, zombie.
wait, sorry, no,
Grin.
it's Grin, half demon spellcaster, and then elf spellcaster.
Also, Kylena should be right before a Grin, not.
Oh,
Here,
okay.
he's
Grin,
supposed-
half demon spellcaster. So Grin, Kylena. Gotcha. Okay. And who's this with brothers? So that's actually with brothers initiative order. Okay.
So yeah,
Um,
it's I think Amber just said it should be Kylena, Grin, Ivar, and then Commoner.
Kylena,
Which
Grin.
was a zombie.
Yeah. And is he even alive? Yep, he is alive. That's right.
I would also like a token for the Dancing Greatsword. While we're here.
Yeah,
before
sure.
we get started.
Yep, I can give you one. Yep.
I think that might be what the spiritual weapon is.
No,
Oh,
that was brothers because it's
Yeah,
the big
that's
one.
the
but
guardian.
there was another one, but it's all good. I can get you something, so don't worry.
There
Oh,
is
I
a
meant
smaller
the
one on the-
smaller one. Yeah. in
The smaller one
back.
is a ball of lightning that Whirl summoned.
Oh yeah.
Never mind then. There's a lot going
Yeah.
on here. I forgot
just,
about.
just a few things.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's going to get more complicated.
Weapon.
Oh,
Yep,
I'm
It can only
very
get
aware
less
of that.
complicated as we kill undead.
that's right.
That's a big true statement.
Bold of you to assume this is all we're fighting.
I can do this now. So I'm going to give you the Dancing Greatsword by doing this.
Spooky.
Oh, come on. Don't tell me this is bugged. No way. It can't be bugged. Hold on. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. Oh,
I'm the reason we can't have nice things.
I can make that a token, it's just not playing along, so hold on 1 second. What the Tailspire?
Hello.
Is that brother? Cool. Alright, cool. Alright, there we go. Come on. There. Alright. There's your Dancing Greatsword. Yay, that actually works. Fabulous. Alright. I'll give you control of this. And we'll move that into initiative order as well. Of course, that doesn't work. There we go. Okay, Fentrix, and you have control of it now too. Were we at? Do you remember at the very end of that video where we were on whose turn it was?
top of the
We're
turn
starting
order?
over.
Top of the turn order?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
managed
awesome.
through one round before we called it.
Okay, awesome. Very cool. Okay. Let me just look at my notes here, and then we can start. Okay, so as the ghouls start to rush over in this area here, you guys can actually hear some kind of like arcane chanting. And hold on a second. Oh, and let me stream for you guys. Hold on 1 second. Yep. Okay. Let me just make sure there's a real line of sight. Okay. All right. Sorry. Hold on. By the way, this is not. I'll explain in a second once you can see it. This is not an actual lich. Just as an FYI, it's the best token I had. Hold on 1 second.
Does it let you rename the tokens?
It does, but you have to make them unique. And unfortunately, because I have unique players and stuff, it's actually not a great way to do it right now. It can also mess with certain things. Yeah, but it does. It does let you do that. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure I'm not making this unnecessarily unfair for you guys. Okay. So, you guys do hear chanting, and you see this gaseous cloud burst out.
Wait, we only heard the chanting?
Correct. You heard the chanting. You can see him too, though. You can actually see him come to view if people have line of sight to him. But do me a favor. Everyone within that radius, which is brother. Let's see. Hold on. I will highlight it. So Kino, brother, Whirl.
Brother gets a
And,
+3. World gets a +3.
yep. And it might be you too, Ivar. Hold on 1 second.
Damn it.
I'll make a DM call and say I'm not in it.
Nope, you're in it,
Smart,
unfortunately.
smart move.
So are you, Henri, unfortunately. Yep, you're also in it as well. Okay. Go ahead and give me Constitution saving throws. Also, whoever, yeah, no. Fentrix, you're also touching it too on the edge. So.
Hey,
We don't get advantage on these, right? It's only on wisdom saves, correct, Ivar?
yeah, it's only wisdom, unfortunately. And then
He casts a spell in a huge green gaseous cloud, like basically just instantly comes into existence. All right, hold on 1 second. All right.
Everyone within 2 feet of me gets +3.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. Okay. What did we roll?
22, baby.
13.
22 saves. 13 fails.
13.
Anyone under a 16 fails. So you only take, so it's only 16 points of damage though, and then it's half of that if you save. And what ends up happening is this green noxious tendrils start to come out, and they just seep into your skin. It actually explodes into force too, and goes into your body as well.
Wait, is this considered poisoned?
It is actually, it might be. Let me see.
Oh, that changes things.
Sounds like disease.
It is a poison effect. It is a
Alright,
poison
then I
effect.
have an advantage.
Yep, it is poison. Yep.
I am resistant to poison damage
Cool.
for
Yep.
the next 5 days.
And I'm sorry, what was it?
Yep.
16 points?
16 points if it's full. Yeah.
Yes.
8 if not. Yeah.
I got 13.
I
So.
still rolled super low, so I still fail.
Okay. Yep. It is poison damage though. Yep. All right. And he and you hear him murmur. And then. Sorry. Let's get on the right initiative order too.
You missed it.
Yep.
No, you passed it.
Yeah.
It's Lich.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Like as that's happening, this skeleton warrior here. This is so bad on my screen. The skeleton warrior right here, he fires. He fires at you, Kino. Let's see if he hits. He does not. He misses you. Henri, it's your turn.
Okay. You said I can see the caster, right?
You should have line of sight to him. Yes, you can see him. Yep.
So
Yep.
he is 85 feet away. I'm going to cast Magic Missile. And I'm going to send all of the darts at him.
Okay, cool. Yep, go ahead and.
So it's 3 darts, so he has to make 3. If the cloud's still there and it's a concentration spell, he has to make 3 concentration checks.
Yep. Actually, that is a good question.
Yeah, that's the point. That's why I think Every time you take damage.
I don't think it's a concentration spell. Is what I'm saying.
I think cloud.
No.
Yeah.
Fog, creature spell, fog moves, opponents. It's conjuration, but it doesn't say that he can hold it. Actually,
is it cloud kill?
It is cloud kill, but where does it say that he gets to?
It's duration. Duration, concentration, up to 10 minutes.
Duh, God, yeah. I need to go to D&D Beyond for this. It's. I'm using a cheat thing, and it's so much worse because you're right. It doesn't actually mention. It doesn't have the C on it. Yep, you are totally right. Hold on. Let me go to D&D Beyond to fix it so I don't miss season. Okay. Yep. So 3. And you're right. It's 3. It's 3 saves. So hold on. Wait. Let's do them one at a time. Well, I failed one anyway. So, all right. So it goes down.
Okay, and then he ends up taking 9 points total.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. All right.
And that would be my turn.
All right. Cool. Let me bring this up. Let me bring this guy up in D&D Beyond as well. Give me 1 second. Okay, so you see, so Fentrix, this black gaseous creature goes through and streaks into you with its claws. Let's see if it hits. It does not. It misses.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say he has disadvantage because I hit him with.
Oh, I've been hit already.
Oh, that's right. Yep, and it does miss anyway. He is.
Now, for the sake of just so we know it's there, the Dancing Greatsword is the square directly south of the ghost.
Okay, you can move it now too. It's here.
Oh,
It's yours.
It's not in turn order, so I can't turn.
Oh, gotcha. Yep. Gotcha. But I'll put it there. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. All right. It's your turn, Kino.
All right, I'm going to move up. Right there. And I'm going to make 2 attacks with Answerer on that skeleton.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, Chris,
First
when you get a
one's
chance, could you pop me into Dean into Tailspire?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
a 15 and a 16 to hit.
Did it summon you, brother? 15 and 16 do hit.
All
I
right.
believe. Let me just double check that actually.
Yeah, no problem.
Let me bring them in D&D Beyond. Hold on. Yeah, that does hit.
All right, so 11 and 14, so 25 total. And as a bonus action, I'm going to kind of do this third swipe through the air.
Yep.
And I'm going to kind of tear my sword down, ripping open this kind of ethereal portal from which lumbers a translucent Abishai-looking creature, and it's kind of swinging this long, hooked, angrier version of Answerer. And although it's kind of like ghostly and wavering, it's going to be wearing kind of the same branded and twisted, cursed armor Kino used to wear after her encounter with Bahamut. And I'm going to summon a spiritual weapon.
Yep.
Um,
I will bring that up too for you.
5, 10, 15, 20. Let's see. Or no, 60 feet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right next to Grin and 5 feet forward from him, right in front of the ghoul.
I'll give you another thing so we can go through this, and hopefully this one will work this time. There you go, Tyler. You can move this around too.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hold on, where'd you drop it?
Right here. Right here.
Oh, there we go. So I will have it right there, frontlining with Grin.
Okay, cool. Awesome. All right. This other undead, is that it, Tyler?
Yes, that's it.
Oh, Chris,
right.
before you move on to the next initiative, already forgot my Guardian of Faith. Both the Ghost and the Skeleton Warrior have to give me deck saves.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah. Let's do that. I believe that fails. 13.
Yeah, they have to beat a 15.
Yeah, they both fail.
Then they both take 28 radiant damage.
Awesome. Okay. It's the ghost here because he's in 10 feet, and the skeleton.
Yes, they both have to be within 10 feet.
Okay. All right. Cool. 28 points of radiant damage. Awesome. Okay. So let's see. That destroys the skeleton. And does that happen on their turns? Is that when it happens? If they don't leave?
Yeah, they start their turn.
Yeah.
That's when it triggers.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I probably would have moved them up, but that's all right. That's cool. And this one does take the damage as well and goes through it. And looks like it's in bad shape. All right. The skeleton lord, this guy over here, he starts reading something from a book and points out into the direction. Hold on one second. Let's just make sure that.
And they both took 20 damage, correct?
28, you said, correct?
Yeah, with the radiant it's 28, but they both triggered it. So let's see here, triggered. All right, so the Guardian of Faith will be done because that's its total 60 damage.
Okay. All right. So the Guardian of Faith is down now?
Yeah, it's down.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right. Hold on 1 second.
Tyler,
Yes.
am I able to occupy the same space as your spiritual weapon?
You should be able to.
Yeah, it's ghostly, so it's not actually there. It's just a.
Alright, so it's the same thing as his. Got it, cool beans.
Okay. All right, that's what I thought. Okay. I'm just sorry guys. I'm pulling all these into D&D Beyond just so I can see everything. Okay. All right. So it does this and it it does this and it points at you, Kino. Uh and what it does is uh how do you do this though? Okay. Yep, give me a wisdom saving throw.
All right, I do that with advantage.
Yep.
You also have a +5.
Do you have anything that removes any kind of charm effect from you?
Oh, she's
Have you?
immune to being charmed while she's next to me.
She's also an
I
elf.
I'm an elf.
I was gonna say I think as an elf you can't be charmed, correct?
I
No, you should
have
get advantage.
advantage
Oh,
on
advantage.
saves
That's
against
right.
being charmed.
Advantage. Yep. Yep.
But she's flat out immune to it for being within 10 feet of me.
Oh,
Yep.
never mind then.
While you
Yep.
are.
Yep.
Nice.
That's what I like to hear.
Yep. So that's fine. So the spell just fails essentially, goes through and casts and fails. Are you also immune to charm too when that effect goes off?
Yeah, it's anything, myself and anything within 10 feet of me.
Awesome. No, that's cool. That's very cool. Okay.
Can I tell that?
Yeah, you
He
would tell
tried
that it
to.
failed. You would tell that it failed. Yeah. Yep. Ivar, it's your turn.
All right. A couple questions.
Yes.
Reading the room, does it feel like there could be one or more undead upon me this round?
It does. You're not exactly sure how fast these things are, but they look pretty quick. So it is possible. It's also possible that the zombie back here that's shambling, or this one here, could come up and hit you as well.
Okay. And so next question is the paladins or barbarians, are there any within 30 feet of me?
Yes. So there are. So these should be within 30 feet. I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure. Yes, they definitely are.
Okay. So is that let's see who's I'm not sure who's who exactly.
So that's Kino, and this is
Okay.
Fintrix. Kino and Fintrix.
Okay, is Kino's not been hit yet, right?
I was hit with half of the poison damage before.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, okay. So you have advantage on your next attack, by the way.
Yes.
Okay, and then so I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with battle inspiration.
Yeah.
And then I will use my action, and I want to climb up as high as I can on that tree.
Okay, you can.
On,
Yep.
on a branch, it looks like it'll hold me, of course.
Yeah. Do you have a climbing speed?
No, I don't have it listed. Right, I have
That's fine.
athletics,
No,
but
that's totally fine. So just use your turn to do an athletics check to get up the tree. Yep. That's totally fine. You can do that though.
Okay, so make a roll, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I'm still raged, so I get advantage.
Yep.
Let's see.
In the stress of battle, essentially, it's just possible that you could lose your footing and stuff. No, you do it. You get up around halfway to the tree itself, like up here in one of those branches, and you are up in the tree.
Okay, now that's my action, correct?
That is your action. Yeah, it
Okay,
takes your whole
so
action to do it. Yep.
okay, so yeah, so that's it for my turn.
Okay, cool. Awesome. All right. So these ghouls start to pour out. First and foremost, one of them tries to slash into you, Grin. So hold on.
Bring
The
it.
other thing you notice is that they have bones sticking out of them, And this has been happening. Of course, this is all happening all at once. It's happening pretty quickly. But you notice this, Grin. The bones themselves that are breaking to stick out of them are starting to literally seep through their body. They're bleeding everywhere as these bones start sticking out. The bones are razor sharp, and it's almost like they're starting to have spikes come out of them. They don't seem to be particularly bothered by this. See, they seem to be growing a little bit stronger too. They go to swipe into you. Let's see what happens. First one completely misses, just like pounds it goes to slash you and just like literally just pounds its body into you. You just shrug it off. You're sturdy enough that you don't even care. And then it tries to hit you again. And I believe does hit 25.
That does hit. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, not. It's actually not 25. It's 21. But
it still hits.
yeah. Okay. All right. So it does. Hold on 1 second. Oh, why does it do this? Hold on.
It's like the die's stuck on the ghost.
Oh, this is so annoying. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Okay. Cool. It does, all right. All right. It does 9 points of damage to you and make a Constitution saving throw.
What kind of damage?
Slashing, if you're immune to it or have
I resist because I'm raging.
Perfect. Yep. So, right. So you take half of that, and then do me a favor and do a Constitution saving throw.
11.
Okay. That does surprisingly save. All right. This guy is going to. You get an opportunity of attack against him, Grin.
Fantastic.
All
right. That's a 22 to hit.
It does hit. 3, 4.
He's going to take 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay, awesome. Yep, you do slash his side as he runs through to you. 1, 2. Yeah, he's gonna go here. He can't attack you at Keynote. Okay. All right. The only other one that can, so they start to come through and rush out. The only one that can attack is this one here and the other one. So Fentrix, same thing. Its claws go to strike into you. I believe it hits. Yeah, you don't have anything over an AC of 20, right? So that hits. It does slashing damage. 11 points of slashing damage.
Alrighty.
I think I underdamaged you that other time as well, but that's all right. So 11 points of slashing damage, and make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. Now, is the Constitution saving throw for disease or anything like that?
It is for disease.
I am
Yes.
immune to disease.
Okay, so you're fine. Okay, cool. All right, and then it's gonna try to hit you one more time, which it does, and you also take 15 points of damage.
Alrighty.
The other ones are busy moving. Here, brother, it's your turn.
All right. Am I within 30 feet of Henri?
I think you are. Let's just double check that. Yes, you're right at 30 feet.
All right. I'm gonna get as close to Henri on that rock as I can.
If you do, you'll take an opportunity attack. That's okay.
That's fine.
Yep. 2. You want to just do 30 feet?
Yep. Full movement, 30 feet.
Okay, and you take your opportunity attack. So this thing slashes into you as you move. It misses you though.
Does the spiritual weapon get an opportunity attack?
It does not.
Believe so. Yeah, I don't think they provoke. Yeah.
I wish.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, one next to Henri. He's going to put his hand on her shoulder, and it'll light up briefly, and he'll hurt her. She'll hear a murmur, something draconic, and he'll cast Death Ward on Henri.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I can cast Spiritual Weapon. And I think. Actually, yeah, I can upcast it. I'll upcast it at level 3.
Okay.
Double checking. Alright. So I'll cast it at level 3. And I will put it right where I was previously.
Okay. Let me bring out a weapon for you. Where are these things? What is this thing called? Magic. Okay. I'll do this so that'll be easier. You want it right where you were, and I'll give you.
Yep, right where I were.
Okay, I'll give you permission on this. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you were actually right here. Okay. Okay. Fentrix, it's your turn.
All right.
Now these things are encasing you and surrounding you at this point. It's getting a little bad. You know that they can shred through your armor. You still have the wraith to deal with as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my. Yeah, I'll use my bonus action to make a weapon attack against the wraith with the dancing greatsword. And that is unfortunately only a 10 to hit.
Yeah, it goes right past it.
All right. I'm gonna look to the one that is to the north of me.
Okay.
And make 2 weapon attacks with the Corpse Slayer.
Okay.
Now I have to add. This is a plus 11 to hit, not really a plus 7, just so you know.
Okay.
So that is a 21.
Yeah, that hits. Yep.
22. I can't math today, guys. And then the second one is like
Yep,
a 32
that hits as well. Yeah, that hits as well. Yep.
All right. So I'm going to divine smite it on the second one.
Okay.
For the first level divine smite.
Yep.
So then it's a lot of d8s. Let's see. 1, 2, 5 plus 6. Oh, I rolled the right die. We're good. So that is 26. Yeah, no, sorry, 29.
29 points of damage? Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Now.
Yep. Is it radiant damage as well?
Yes.
It is,
so
right? Yep.
It would be 6, 12, 16 of it would be radiant damage.
Okay. How do you want to kill it?
So getting, or I guess slash into by this thing, I'll try and like parry the first hit. Obviously it gets through, but I'll kind of just grab the maul and swing it overhand and crash its head into the ground. Just split
Okay.
its skull open.
Awesome. Yeah, you see it explode in radiant energy as well as it kind of catches on fire in the blue flame and completely dies. Awesome. Anything else?
That is it for me. Actually, I'm going to move up a school. No, yeah, I'll move up
Go
a
ahead.
square. I can't
Yeah.
anyway.
No, go ahead. Go for it.
And then
Yeah,
I
you're good.
end my turn there.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Okay, this guy comes in. He can double move to here.
So if he's the first one to run by the ball lightning, he would actually trigger it.
He is, yep.
Which is going to do. I forget. I think it's 4. Yeah, 4d12.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot.
Or how do we do? I'll take 35 lightning damage.
Yeah, you see him explode in lightning damage. The sinew and like corpse and like the blood and meat and everything like splatter everywhere in this direction. You get a little bit on you, but it's yeah, he just explodes.
I'm very happy with that result.
Yep. This guy's supposed to be in the initiative order too. He would have also ran at you. So go ahead and do your thing. He could actually get to you though, so it does attack him as well, right?
I believe so. I was trying to read back through it.
I think it takes up a. I think they take up a ball, right? So, how many did you summon?
I only summoned the one because it does way more damage.
Oh, I think it gets
That's
eaten up.
that's what I was saying. Yeah, it disappears. So it was only the one,
Okay.
but
Okay,
I
that's
got
fine. Yeah, this guy's supposed to be in a shore. I just fucked up. So he goes to try to swing at you. He gets an 11.
Surprisingly, doesn't hit.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, he's like trying to grab onto and stuff, but he can't get through. Kellen, it's your turn. You are back here.
So I'm going to move, I think it's 10 feet so that I'm directly behind Henri.
Yep.
And there is that zombie is engaged with Whirl in melee combat, right?
Yes, it is. He's actually here, but it's bugged. Yes, correct. He's right next to Whirl.
So I am going to shoot my crossbow at that zombie.
Okay. Yep. All right, cool.
That's an 11 to hit.
Let me just double check because I want to bring him up in D&D Beyond. That does hit. Yep, that hits. 11 hits.
So that is 9 plus 11. That's 20 piercing damage.
Okay. You literally hit him so hard, like in the chest, that he starts to literally fall apart. He's very, very close. Grin, it's anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Grin, it's your turn.
Okay, so Grin, still raging and still able to teleport, if you recall.
Yep.
Is going to teleport 30 feet ahead to get closer to the skeleton lord there.
Cool. Yep. Yep. I'll let you move. Yep. Yeah, you can get right in his face. Yep.
And then I'm going to attack him twice with the weapon of certain death.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, you see it. You see like this look of shock as you can tell he's more intelligent for undead. You can see this look of shock as you teleport right in his face.
So
first one hits.
Yep, 26 and a 21.
Yeah, you slam into him with the sword.
So it's 9 and 9. So 18 total.
Okay, 18 total. Yeah, and you slash into him the first time, hits his chest, and like you see him like basically try to take your sword, and you just slam into his hand as well, and it cuts right through him. He looks incredibly enraged. Anything else?
That's all I got.
Okay, cool. All right. All right, it's your turn. Whirl.
I was just thinking that we need to summon some more things.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use my sonic spells to cast Summon Aberration,
Okay.
which is going to take the form of a slod because he can slap stuff.
Yeah, I wish I had one of those. Yep. We'll give you a pig though. You can have a pig.
I'll take a pig.
Yeah.
I was gonna put him pretty much right next to me between the spiritual weapon and the zombie and have it.
Yeah. Which one are you, by the way, World Cyphus? Is that right? Cyphus?
Yeah, Cephas. Yeah, the.
Cool. You have access to him now. You can move him.
Mr. Pig. Whoop. That's I'm gonna bonus action turn a spell slot back into sorcery points. And then the slot technically goes immediately after me.
Yep.
And he gets to make a number of attacks equal to the spell levels rounded down. It's a 4th level spell. So he is gonna swing his claws twice, and he gets
cool.
+3 plus spell level. So that's
is it an actual slot? Does it actually like impregnate something?
It does not have that ability. It is.
Oh, okay.
It
It's
is.
you've got like a custom thing. Gotcha. I'll have to look
Yeah,
at it.
I summon an aberration. It can be either a slot, a beholderkin, or a star spawn.
Got you. But
Um,
but it's like a separate stat block. It's like its own thing. It's
yeah,
not like the real slot.
it's its own thing. I think it's in Tasha's. It's
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, I was gonna say that that's gonna be interesting if you can like literally spawn of the slots. That would be a little weird, but cool. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. So what do you attack it with?
he has a
Claws?
claw. He's got claws.
Yeah. Go for it.
First attack is a total of a 13.
13 hits.
That is gonna do.
I think you have to kill him. He's got 2 hit points. So how would you
Yeah.
like to do this?
I like to imagine that I just see it's like too many enemies. I need a friend. I summon the slod who and I'm like, kill it. And he just bats its head off.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. You guys actually see the slot bat this thing's head off, like it just materialized there. How does it say it does materialize? By the way, does it say?
You call forth an aberrant spirit. It manifests in an unoccupied space you can see within range.
Okay.
That seems to be the full.
Is there a component cost to this at all or anything, or no?
There is, but because I'm using my psionic spell casting, I don't have
Right.
to use verbal, somatic, or material so long as the material is not consumed.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. Okay. All right. You guys do hear that this thing starts to shamble into this direction coming at you. This is a more put together. So it is certainly undead. Looks like it's probably a little mindless like the zombies too, but it looks way more human, and it starts to shamble in your direction. All right. Okay. So, Gren. So, as you've gone through and done this, you do notice you can actually hear him as well. There's this other very powerful looking undead thing that's behind you. Let's see. Hold on one second. Um, I'm actually going to show you what it looks like. Um, looks like this. Um, this is what you see behind you, Grin. Okay. And he as he does have a skeletal face, and he takes his hand and he casts another spell at you very, very quickly. Um, do me a favor and give me a wisdom saving throw.
14.
And let me just double check something. Yep. So it does fail. So you are not.
He has advantage. I'm sorry to interrupt. He
Oh
has
yeah.
advantage if he used it.
Then roll again.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Roll again. Yep.
That's a 17.
17 saves. You got one
Hell
over.
yeah.
All right. So yeah. So essentially, what he does is he casts something, and a beam comes at you, where the spectral prison was literally like churning into you, and you literally just crash through it. He was casting. He was going to cast hold person on you. So it does not work. He is quite surprised. And he moves.
Corinne's just used to resisting hold person, I guess.
Yeah, I've had hold person
Yeah.
cast on me a lot.
Yeah, he moves over here, but that's not going to be enough. And Henri, it's your turn. You there, Henri?
Yeah, sorry. How are the I think the ghouls, how are the ghouls looking?
Most of them look fine. Are you looking for the one that's like the most damaged,
Uh
or do you like most of them look very healthy? These look pretty healthy. These look pretty healthy. This one looks a little damaged over here. It's got some damage on it, um, but they look pretty good, and they are starting to not only surround uh, um, Fentrix, but they're also looking like they're going to surround Kino any second as well.
I'm going to firebolt one of the ones, the one more in front of Ventrix.
Okay. Yep.
Sorry, hang on. My computer's being super slow.
No worries. You also see, because all this is happening in real time, you've also noticed that the wraith is starting to turn. It's gonna go to Kino. So as this is all happening.
That would be a
20
mistake on its part.
26 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
15 fire damage.
Okay. On which one in particular? This one here, right?
No, in front of Ventrix.
Oh, the one in front of French. That's right. Okay. Yeah, that is enough to take it out. So you go through and hit fireball, and it burns and falls to the ground. All right. As you do that, the wraith comes up, and it's actually going to. It goes to attack Kino, and then it gets distracted and goes through and decides that it's going to move here and put its claws into you, Fentrix. So hold on one second.
Try.
Yeah, it has not done well, has it? Let's see. It goes through and it. All right. So it's actually going to do. Yeah, let's see if this actually. Let's try this. So it goes through and it tries to grab its claws into you as it slashes you. Hold on. Ignore this. Ignore all that. Hold on. Okay, so oh wow, it got an 11, so it completely misses you. It tries its best to do this, and it cannot get it done. Um, it also it also starts to chant something, but then seems to get interrupted. And Kino, it's your turn.
All right, so with a twisted grin, I'm going to kind of lean into the ghoul that's kind of climbing over the tree on top of me, and I'm going to have the eyes flare, and I need all hostile creatures within 30 feet of me to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
As the shadows behind me are going to flare into like these two huge wings, and my eyes are going to glow incredibly bright, and I'm just going to scream with this resonance that builds under my voice to like almost a roar.
Yep. These two fail. It's 30 feet, right?
Yeah, it's
So it
DC
might even be this
16.
one. Yep. These two fail. Let's see what the wraith does.
And this is frightened too. I don't know if any of them are resistant or immune, but
It is a wisdom saving throw, right?
yes.
The wraith fails too.
It will be that one all the way up top, Chris.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Let's do that as well. This one here, that one. So there's only one succeed so far, and let's do this one here. Fail. So the only one that succeeded so far is this one here. And yeah, I think that's it. I think it's all of these. I'll make doubly sure. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so
cool.
all the,
Are they afraid of you? What is it? Which one is it?
they are afraid of me, which means all of their attacks, even if they're not attacking me, have disadvantage while they're within line of sight of me.
Right.
They also cannot willingly move closer to me.
Right. Okay.
And then, as my bonus action, I'm going to make a ranged spell attack with my spiritual weapon against the ghoul that's right next to it.
Yep. And I save at the beginning of my turn. Is that how it works?
You can repeat the save at the beginning of each of their turns.
Okay. Cool. All right. Cool. Yep.
And
Awesome. That's it.
so that's going to be a 16, 11 plus 5 with spiritual weapon against the ghoul.
Oh, okay. This one here is. Oh, this one here. Okay.
Right next to the sword up top, yeah.
Yep.
Way up top, the one in the alley.
Oh, gotcha. This one. Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you do 16 points of damage here. Yeah, you.
Or no, I'm sorry. It was 16 to hit, and that's going to be 6 plus 3 is 9.
9 points of damage. Okay.
Yeah, 9 force damage, I believe.
Okay. I'll put it here for now, but that's we'll know it's there. Okay, 9 force damage. Awesome. All right, Grin. This undead thing in front of you, it goes and tries to it goes and tries to push you, which I don't think it's going to be able to do 5 feet, but let's see. Let's see if it can. I think you oppose, right? So let's look. Hold on.
Yeah, push is like a grapple. It's opposing strength checks.
I'm almost positive that's right. So it actually got a 20. Go ahead and oppose, Grin.
Is that a check or a save?
It's opposing strength checks, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can also defensively. You could also use acrobatics, but I don't think you'll want to.
Yeah.
No, I only got a 9.
All right, so it surprisingly pushes you 1 square.
Oh, hang on. I have advantage on strength checks because I'm raging.
Okay. Yep. Yep, that's probably right.
No, 12.
Okay. All right. So let's see.
Damn, Grin's getting pushed around by the wizard.
I guess it really is Hell's freezing over.
All right. But he's only able to push you 1 square over. It doesn't knock you prone or anything. And then he is going to run.
He's not fast enough.
Yeah, he probably is not actually. Yep. Okay. All right, Ivar, it's your turn.
All right, cool. I just wanted to check because it's usually just DM's discretion. I don't have advantage with my bow from this perch, do I? Totally up to you.
Let me see what the actual ruling is. I don't think higher ground gives you advantage. I'll say no for now, but I'll look into this because I know where you're going with. I actually thought they looked at that, but I'll say no for now. But I might be wrong about that, and we can look at this later, Ivar.
No problem. Can I see? Oh, actually, okay. Can I see that one undead that the barbarian's fighting in a distance?
Yeah. So not anymore, unfortunately. He just got pushed out, and he went out to the other side. So no, you have no line of sight, unfortunately. Yep.
My questions are over. I'm going to go ahead and do a 3rd level dissonant whisper at the wraith.
Awesome. Yep. Go for it.
Okay, and as a free action, I'll pull my shield. So I don't need to roll. He rolled a
Yep.
wisdom saving throw, 15.
Yeah, it fails.
Okay, so he takes 5d6 damage, and then he
Oh, yeah.
also, yeah,
Yep.
and then he also has to move his full movement as a reaction, which will impose attack of opportunities on him as well.
Yeah.
Let me,
Awesome.
Dice.
Now, I have a question about the attack of opportunity.
Yep.
As far as it's concerned, because when we fought the fake lich when I was a part of Group C, you allowed the dancing greatsword to make an attack of opportunity. Is that still a thing, or?
I looked at it. It doesn't actually provoke,
Okay,
unfortunately.
that's fine.
Yeah. I messed it up. Yeah, I messed it up.
How do I roll 5d6? Does that dice tray offer me the option to do multiple dice?
Before you click roll, you can click on the die again to roll multiples.
Yep. If you need to, I can always roll it too. It's up to you.
Go ahead, bud. Go ahead and roll for me. I don't want to slow you guys down.
All right, 5d6 you said, right? You'll
sir.
see it in Torchbearers. So you got 12 points of damage. So 12 points of damage on the Wraith. Yeah, that's shitty actually. Sorry, I rolled a couple ones there. And what kind of damage is it? It's psychic damage?
Psychic, yeah. And he has to move directly away from me as a reaction.
Oh, cool. Yep. So 1, 2, 3. Of his full movement, you said?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So he's actually right there. Cool.
Look out, Grin.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, Grin. We'll see what happens. But awesome. Yeah, he does get an attack of opportunity, Fentrix, because he went right through you. So you go ahead and attack.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
My favorite. That is a 27 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Or 26 to hit.
Yep.
All right. Oh, well, I'm gonna divine smite him. Right, might as well while I'm here.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's 5
Oh,
points.
is divine smite though a bonus action?
No, it's
No.
just I can do it when I hit anything.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah.
So if it is a first level, it's 2 because he's undead, right? Yeah, and then I get bonus from that, so that's 4 d8s I can add on. That's an additional 25 radiant damage.
That's so. How would you like to do this?
I'll kind of catch him on the upward swing from me caving in the head of the ghoul as it flies through me.
Yep.
Or makes an attempt to. Guess I'm trying to shake the blood of the ghoul off the warhammer.
Yep. Yeah, that was awesome. That was a good combination between you and Ivar. That was really good. Good job, Ivar. Okay. All right. So as you do that and you take out the ghoul, now all hell has started to break loose. So hold on one second. So it goes at you here. And then do these even need to move? Let's look.
I also did forget to mention it, and I think you might have forgot from last session, but I am technically mounted, so I don't know if any of this is directed at my horse or it's just me.
Oh, it would that's fine. That is right. It's a I'm gonna say it's a you for now, but yes, you are totally right. They probably should have been attacking your horse as well, but hold on. All right. Yeah, this is all fucked up. Hold on. Okay. All right. Okay. So, you are immune from disease, right, Fentrix?
Yes.
Okay, miss. 17 does miss, right?
Yes. My AC is a flat 20.
Okay, so one hit. Okay, so only one hit. Wow. All right, so you take 10 points of damage between both of these guys attacking you. They go to like claw into you and they're just frantic and they don't really get many hits in. Same thing happens to you, Kino. These guys start to frantically attack you. Hold on. We'll do all these at once. You're gonna have to make con saves after each of these. But let's just see what hits. Yeah.
I'm gonna double check.
They also can repeat their save.
Oh wait, they also have disadvantage anyway. So
They do.
yeah, no, Fintrix, none of them hit you.
Hey.
And none of them hit you at all. And let's see if any of these actually hit. Nope. Have to roll 8 of these. Let's see. Two maybe potential hits. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Let's do that one first. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
They repeat the save at the beginning of their turn, by the way. I just looked it up.
Oh, that's okay. All right, so let me do that first. Hold on 1 second. Let me do this for all of them. So it's just wisdom save. What's the DC?
16.
We'll do this one first. This one in front of you saves. Let's do this one now. Fail. And then these two just to make sure, but one of them saved. Damn it. So one of them did hit you. I'm so sorry, Fentrix. These guys have saved.
That's fine.
One of them hit you. All right, so the only one that saved here though is this one. The other one still has disadvantage. So, and I've already rolled these guys, and he did not hit. So the one at disadvantage. Let's see if they hit you. 21.
Am I technically within range? Before you answer that, Tyler, don't answer it. Am I technically within range of Kino? Is she within 5 feet? Because the squares are a little.
No, it's not. It's not 5 feet. It's not even close. I know it, and it is funky, but no. Okay. 10 feet. Yep.
Right.
21 matches.
Okay. All right. So just do me a huge favor. Give me a con save.
You have a +5 to that, Tyler, instead of your +3.
I have +7.
Well,
okay.
I mean from me.
Yeah.
21.
Okay, you're fine. Yeah. So it's just 5 points of damage. You guys are doing good against the ghouls. All right, brother, it's your turn.
All right, I believe with my 30 feet, I can get standing next to Kino in front of that ghoul.
Yep.
All right, I'll move there.
Yeah, you should be able to. 30 feet, right?
Yeah, it's just 30 feet.
Oh, Chris, can I also, since the
Yeah.
ghoul that damaged
you
me,
might.
can I use my reaction to make a melee attack against it with answer?
Yes. As long as you haven't used your action. Yeah, you can.
I have not used it yet.
And the left of Kino.
Oh, the left of Kino? Yeah, that's fine.
Does a 26 hit?
Yep.
5, and I'm going to pump a Divine Smite into that by using
Okay.
a first level.
Go for it.
Sorry, my computer's also freaking out just a little bit.
These things are, by the way, screaming and howling as they attack everyone. And you guys can actually smell. So the one thing that's overwhelming, even in the couple seconds that this fight has been happening, is the smell of death and decay is overwhelmingly bad. It's actually very, very nauseous. Yeah, it makes
They're
everyone.
like coated in it at this point, huh?
Yeah.
I take it these are undead, correct?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So 11 plus 15 is 26 damage to the ghoul that just attacked me.
Okay. Yeah, you burn it out. How would you like to kill it?
So I'm going to stab up into it, and as I pull it out, as the sword tears through it, it's going to kind of burn a big notch through it, and I'm just going to kick it off the end of my sword.
Cool. Yep. All right. Brother, your turn.
All right, I think I will move to the other side of Kino. That's still within my 30 feet.
Okay. Yep.
Now, if I within 5 feet of both those ghouls on Fentrix?
No, you would have to be here. And
Yeah, I'll go there then.
Yep.
Me and that one ghoul
Then you are.
in the same square currently. I noticed that the one that's right there. Yeah, we're technically in the same square.
Oh, is that true? Yeah, I think you're right.
I'm not
it's supposed to be
centered in
here.
the square. Yeah, it's really weird because I think the squares might be.
Yeah, that is actually strange.
Yeah, the squares aren't clicked in a grid.
Yep. Yeah, that is strange. Yeah, that is correct. So this is a whole square, and then this guy would have been here. So technically, if this is where Fintrix is, technically there is a square here. It's just not like going through because of this thing. But that's fine. He can be here. I think you're still within 5 feet of both of them, though. You are actually, brother.
Right.
So yeah,
Perfect.
so we'll do it this way. Yeah.
All right, so he'll raise the holy symbol up on his belt and pray, and I need con saves from both of those ghouls.
Okay.
Beat a 15.
Fail on one, and one I succeeded.
Okay, so that's going to be the one that failed is going to take 56 radiant damage. So that's going to be 10 radiant damage.
Okay. You could tell the radiant damage does more to these things. It's like burning and pain as it ignites.
All right, and on my bonus action, the spiritual weapon is going to come up to the ghoul that's behind Kino.
Okay.
And it's going to take 2d8 until I have to make an attack, and that's going to be 2d8 plus 3.
Cool. Is that also radiant damage, your spiritual weapon?
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool.
So is yours just not radiant, Kino? At that point, because then shouldn't yours be radiant?
I was looking in the description. It might be radiant. I might have messed up by saying it was force. Let's see.
Not all of them are, so it's possible yours
isn't. There was more than one.
Yeah.
Takes force damage equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not actually like a whole. It's interesting with their
like
oath.
class-based,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Actually, now that you mentioned that I'm reading it, it doesn't specifically say it's radiant damage. It just says it's 1d8 3 damage. It's associated with the.
But your life
Yeah.
damage. I'm surprised yours isn't radiant damage. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, I thought it was, but it doesn't specifically. No, it says force damage, which is strange.
Yeah.
All right, so I will roll to hit. That's going to be 24.
Okay, that hits. Yep.
have to do this manually since this is stupid. And that's going to be 9 points of force damage.
Right, and I'm sorry, that's on Kino's, right? This one here.
Yeah, that one there.
Okay, all right. So yeah, it also gets hit and screams out. You can tell these things are really pissed off. Anything else?
And as a free action, I will pull my longsword.
Okay, cool. All right, Fentrix, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna make a weapon attack at the one that brother just nailed with Corpse Slayer.
The one back here, that's the one he hit now
No,
with the spiritual weapon. Oh, the other
the
one.
other one. Yeah, to the
Okay.
left of me.
Yep.
That's a 28 to hit.
Yep.
And I think for shits and giggles, I'm gonna divine smite it.
Okay. Yep.
So this first one is 10 bludgeoning damage, and then I gotta roll all the d8s for radiant damage.
Yep.
And then that's 20 radiant damage.
Yeah. That. How would you like to kill it?
I'm gonna just same way as the last one. I'm just gonna aim for the head, and I'm gonna turn my attention to the one behind me and make a weapon attack at that one.
Okay.
Oh, well, that wasn't that one, so that's not gonna work.
Yeah. Yeah. You go through and it completely missing it.
I'm gonna take an attack of opportunity from it though, and I'm gonna move 60 feet towards Grin.
Okay.
Make it way past there.
Yeah. If you want to move 60 feet, you can go all the way.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go all the way to Grin, and then when I get up to him, I'm gonna look towards that lovely gentleman, and I'm going to use my bonus action to Misty Step off the horse.
Okay.
And just kind of land right there in front.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yep.
All
right.
Back from the ghoul.
Yeah. Yep. So hold on 1 second.
Which is that the one that failed the save, or is that the one that succeeded on the save?
This is the one that succeeded. So, but I don't think he hit you. 19.
Does not hit.
Yeah. Yeah. He goes through and he tries, but hits your armor and bounces off. Kellen, it's your turn. Now you see all this happen. You see Fentrix kill a couple. All of this goes through. You see him ride through, and you see the horse still here, but he disappears off into the distance.
So Kylena is going to use her Blessing of the Raven Queen. No, actually, I'm just going to run through.
Okay.
So she will use her movement and her bonus action to dash 60 feet into the tunnel.
Okay. Okay. So you can get to there. Cool. All right. So let's do that real quick. Believe it's there. Cool. Yep. And now you can see the scene in front of you. You can see the undead back here, and then there's one behind as well on the other side here. One right here as well too.
Alright, so I am going to aim for the one that Fentrix is near with my crossbow.
Okay.
Because he's within, he teleported behind it, so he's within 5 feet of it.
Yeah, directly in front of him.
Oh, you. That's right. Because you can. Yep, that makes sense, right? Okay. All right.
So that is a 19 to hit.
19 hits. 19 hits. And it's you said the one behind the one that Fentrix is right on, correct?
Yes.
Okay, yep, 19 hits. Yep.
So that is 20 piercing damage.
All right, yeah, you nail him in the back. He is shocked and surprised. Grin, it's your turn.
Okay, Grin is gonna move 20 feet to there, walking.
Yep.
And then he's gonna teleport like directly in front of him.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you stop him as he's running. Yep.
Like, where are you running to, Skinny?
Yeah.
And then, attack him.
Okay. All right, cool.
That's a 14.
14. 14 just misses him, actually.
And then a 19.
19 hits.
For 15 slashing damage.
All right. Yeah, you slash into him through his chest as well. He is very shocked and surprised. World, it's your turn.
The commoner that's kind of near me is actually a zombie, right?
Yeah, he's undead of some kind. Yes.
Right, of some kind.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to, with my action, do a Tasha's Mind Whip at 3rd level, so I can
Okay.
target the commoner token and then that ghoul that is next to Kino.
Okay. Cool. Yep.
They will
Yep.
need to make. It's an intelligence saving throw, DC 15.
Good luck. Oh my god, I actually wow. -1 too. I saved one with a 20, and I failed the other one.
So the total damage is 12. The guy who succeeded is half. The one who
Okay.
failed on its next turn can only take move, action, or bonus action. It only gets one of the 3.
Okay, and which gotcha. Hold on one second. Let's see. Yeah, you actually kill off this one, which is very good. That would have been bad. So he crumples to the ground. Um, uh, let's see. Did you want to do anything with the slot?
Yeah, the slot is gonna just run over and be friends with this ghoul and claw at it a couple times.
Okay.
So it
Go for it.
gets 2 attacks.
Yep.
Those are a 17 and an 18 to hit,
Yeah, they both hit.
and that is going to do a total of 9 plus 7 plus 7 is 16. 23 slashing damage.
All right. How would you like to do this from the ghoul?
I like to imagine for this one, he runs over, slashes it once, and then kind of grabs it and slams it on the ground so that Kino is, and then he kind of like gestures to Kino to go kill more stuff.
Cool.
Kino just looks invigorated, like she loves the violence.
I had a feeling that would be the case. And then that's it for me.
Cool. Who's next? There's black for me for a second.
Shit, I didn't think about that.
You guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Yep. Chris, I'm sorry. Are we still keeping track of the the roll numbers? Because I rolled mine on my last turn again and I forgot.
It doesn't affect this area, so
Okay.
you're good.
I've rolled so many die, and I cannot believe I haven't rolled my number yet.
Yeah, it actually only even affects the first round once you get out of here. Technically, you're still in, but there's a reason. But okay, so it is the Lich's turn. For some reason, Telespire went black. Not the Lich, but the undead. Okay. All right. So this is what it's going to attempt. Hold on. So you see that it does. Hold on. It's going to take its attack of opportunity on you, and it's going to move 2, 3, 4. So go ahead and roll your attack of opportunity, Fentrix.
That's pretty good. Awesome. All right. That is a solid 29 to hit. 28.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. Well, Divine Smite.
Yep.
Because why not? We're gonna use my last 3rd level spell slot for this.
Yep.
And Ventrix, are you the one that I gave the battle inspiration to?
No, you gave it to Kino.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna double check to make sure I've got the right amount of d8s here. So give me half a second while I pull up Divine Smite. I have way too many feats from.
The battle inspiration's a D8, correct?
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
thank you. All right. 2d8 plus 1 for that. So dead. Okay, so then it's 5d8 from that plus an extra d8 from my weapon. It's undead, so it is 24 radiant damage, and then
Yep.
4 bludgeoning.
Cool. 20. How much? 24 radiant damage.
Yeah, and then 4 regular bludgeoning.
All right. So you see once you slash into its chest, you see this thing erupt and go through. It still makes it out and walks over, but you can tell that you have slashed into it and it's hurting really really badly. It calls out in the language that none of you understand, and the other one calls out immediately as well. This one here, and you see that this guy starts to cast. Let's see here. This guy starts to cast as he erupts in like a green flame, and he gets linked to this caster over on this side. This is all happening at once. Let me do something here. Hold on 1 second. He has to make a save on his own. Okay, that's probably good for you guys. Cool. And you notice that there is now a link of green fire between him and also between this guy here. Henri, you also notice, by the way, that there is some kind of weird bubble surrounding him while this green flame is enacted. So there is some weird like shimmering like circular bubble surrounding him, but there's a green flame that's engulfing him. And also this character here. Henri, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to firebolt the ghoul that's right by brother.
Okay.
Oh my god. Total of 14 to hit.
Which goal? This one here?
No, the other one.
Yeah, that's just under the goals. Yeah.
Wait, it does hit?
It does not hit. It's just under there. I see. Yeah. The empowered, whatever they are. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to. I can't really tell the squares up on the rock.
Yeah, it's tough. Which one do you want to get into?
I'm gonna move here.
That's fine. Yeah, you have enough for that. That's okay. Okay. All right, now Kino, now you see this up top. You see this link here, and you can hear this guy has started to erupt into laughter. And he's laughing at you, Fentrix. But it's like maniacal, like crazy, like insanity laughter.
I don't recognize the language at all.
No, not this one.
Good to know.
Okay. What would you like to do?
I would like to. Well, first things first, I'm going to swipe at the ghoul right in front of me.
Okay.
Right in
Cool.
front of the slot there.
Yep. Go for it.
$27 to hit.
Yep. That hits.
So it's going to be 11 slashing on the first damage or on the first hit.
Okay.
And then on this, if it's still standing, I'll take a second at it. I'll kind of follow through.
Really alive. Yep.
20.
Yep. So how would you like to do this? There's no way for it to survive.
I am going to follow through, and one stab is going to turn into a second stab, and I'm going to spin my sword down into my hand, kind of around in my hand, and I'm going to drive it down sort of into the back, and I'm going to kind of lever it back, and I'm just going to try and snap ribs, and I'm going to step up onto its spine and just push it down and rip my sword out of it.
Awesome. Very cool. And as you see that, you hear this horrifying sound over on this side. Let's see if this guy. So we have one fail. Let's see what he does. Oh my god! All right. So this is what you end up seeing. Both of these guys are now linked in this green flame. This guy has a prismatic shield going on around him, but the shield literally shatters as both of them are erupted in this green flame. Whatever link spell they were trying to do fails, and they erupt in a horrifyingly awful explosion. Both of them. Gren, do a dexterity saving throw. Tyler, a dexterity saving throw.
Danger sense.
Yes, it works. Yep, for sure.
Essentially,
You see them explode in this horrible. This is like a cacophony of just intense, necrotic, green, flaming, magical, explosive energy. Both of them just get erupted in this.
I have a 21.
Okay.
16.
Okay, so 21, the 20 saves. 16 does not. Hold on one second. All right, this is the first effect. So this is what ends up happening. You only take you take 11 points of damage, Tyler. Grin, you take 22 points of necrotic damage. If you have anything that goes against necrotic, that works.
No.
Now you are stunned for 1 minute on a failed save. So if you saved, you're not. But Grin, unfortunately, you are stunned by this. However, both of these guys are completely obliterated and destroyed. They are completely destroyed. That did not work out well for them. Also, by the way, holy shit, I forgot that this guy was here. Actually, you know what? I didn't put him in initiative order anyway, so we're going to say that the blast actually completely takes him out as well. Completely destroys him. And that's it. Now, Tyler, here's the other problem for you guys right now. This entire area from Tyler, right on the edges of Tyler, all the way over to Gren where this was linked. This is all in that zone of awful things. Tyler, you're going to have to back away. Grin, you're now like stunned inside of it. So there's another mechanic for this. So we'll do it on your turn.
I have a quick question.
Yep.
So as being stunned, I can't move. Does that mean I can't teleport also?
That is a good question. Stun does not technically incapacitate you, does it? I don't think so.
A stunned creature is incapacitated, can't
Then you
move, and
can't.
can't speak. Okay.
Then you can't. Yeah.
Now, can I see him? Is there like a cloud?
You can see through it. Yeah, you can see through it, and you could, if you wanted to, rush through this to try to get at him. It is a little dangerous for Grin because you can tell that he's stunned and in a thing. You can move off to safety if you want, but you are going to have to go through this. This is going to last at least a couple rounds. So, but you guys see all this. Everyone sees this too. Kylena, you are just out of range. You see all this happen in front of you. You can actually feel the sickly heat of this going through, but this entire area is engulfed. So keep in mind, from Tyler to Grin, this whole area is engulfed in this nasty whatever it is. And it's still up, and it will be up for another 2 rounds. Ivar, it is your turn. You see all this as well, and you hear that what you hear is like this maniacal insanity laugh, and then just this ripping huge explosion of magical energy, and then this whole thing is like burning green now.
Chris, I also wanted to move after. I wanted to move 30 feet up.
Go for it.
Yep. I'm going to move past the ghoul there, hoping it will attack me.
This one here?
Yeah, I'm going to provoke an opportunity attack from it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you can do that right outside.
Heading towards heading up towards the alley.
It is going to attack you. It misses.
Cool. I'm going to use my reaction to parry that attack, and I'm going to kind of follow the arm up, and I'm going to strike it towards the chest.
Okay. Yeah, he's already doing poorly. Yep, we'll see what happens.
20 hits. 20 hits. 6. Let's pump a divine smite in that.
Yep.
So 12 plus another 13, so 25.
Yep. How do you want to do this?
I'm going to parry him, and immediately I'm going to grab him by the back of the neck, and I'm going to just drive the sword into him, and I'm going to take him, and I'm just going to toss him into the water.
Nice, awesome. Paladins are fucking ghoul killing machines in this session. Cool. All right. All right, Ivar. Anything else, Tyler?
That's it. I'm actually going to move up more towards the overhang in the alley and less towards the front of the building there.
Like here?
Yeah.
I'll let you move. It's fine. You can move wherever you want to be. Yep. Okay. All right, Ivar. It's your turn. You're still in the tree.
All right. I will be eyeballing the green flame, but realize I'm up in a tree and other people will probably manage that.
Yep.
So I'll go ahead and use my free action, pull out my bow, and I will aim at the closest undead-looking creature.
They are actually all, yeah, they're all cleaned out. So you can, if you want to do something, you can. But they're actually just got cleaned out and all going. Matter of fact, actually, let me just double check something. Yep, we will officially go out of initiative for now. Now, keep in mind, there is. I do want to keep. Actually, you know what? Let's keep the initiative order up just to so we can plan on this catastrophe because this will be up for 2 more rounds. So this is going to be up for 12 more seconds as it burns through. Let's just quickly go through though. What would you like to do?
So in my case, I'm going to go ahead and have my bow out and hold my action, scanning the area and
Yep.
fire
And there is,
anything.
just so you know, there is. You would be able to see this from the tree better than anyone else. There is another path around on the back over here.
I'll call it out then, since people don't know that.
Yep.
Since you mentioned, I'll call it
Yeah.
out. I'm readying my bow, so if I see any undead that come around from any direction I can see, I'll fire at it.
Cool. Awesome. Okay, brother, it's your turn.
All right.
Oh, and Fintrix, you have free actions. You can scream out whatever you want. Whether they hear it is another thing, but you are able to. You're the only one that's really seen what's happened, so I assume you might want to, but it's up to you.
Yeah,
That's a free
my
action
turn's
though.
next after
Okay,
after
that's
running
fine.
away, so I'll take care of it.
Okay, cool. Okay.
What does that bad area look like again?
It's on fire.
Okay.
Literally, it's a wall of green necrotic flame that has a sickly like heat to it because Kailana can feel it because it's right on her. But it's not affecting her because she's not actually in the thing. And it's like a literally just a wall of roaring fire with two giant, large flame balls that are connected on each side. Grin is
Okay.
engulfed in the last side of it, but you can't see that. Yep.
All right.
Okay. All right, brother.
All right. Brother is gonna survey. There's no current threats in the area.
Yep.
Can I do a perception check to see if I hear anything? Sound like more people are coming, or anything else
Yeah,
that's
of
coming off
course.
from the distance?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Guidance.
Now I will tell you with even without your perception check, you actually hear an invasion on the outsides, but it's far away. It's outside the castle walls. There is a full scale invasion going on, and you can hear all that. But let's see what else you hear
All right,
specifically.
it's 13 in perception, but my passive is a 16.
Okay, so one of the things that you're able to glean out of this is that it does look like for now the attackers are getting repelled. It doesn't look like they're making like a serious amount of headway because they're all off into the distance and you can hear the muddled sounds of stone in between them, which means none of the walls have collapsed, but that's all you'll get through that. Um uh okay, anything else? That was your action as a perception check, but
Yeah,
anything
that was
else?
my action as perception check, and I will use my movement to get as close as Nikolai as possible.
Oh, so let me put you back. Where do you want to go ahead? I'll let you move it. So you can get to where Kylena is without getting into the green flame. If you want to go in, you can, of course. But
No, I got
now,
right there. I can't do
as
anything else.
yeah, as you get to there, you see that Grin is just on the edge of this thing, like stunned but still burning and everything. All right, Fentrix, your turn.
Cool beans. I'm going to Misty Step all the way back to Kylena. Because that's where I left the horse. I'm going to remount, because if I'm pretty much in the square I'm in, am I in the fire? So is the horse good, or would the horse died?
Horse is dead.
Yeah, okay. Never mind then. Alright, so then I'm going to change where I Misty Step to.
Yeah, the horse was completely like engulfed. Yeah.
No worries. I'll go there. And then I will. Well, is it just the center, essentially, the center 2 tiles that are engulfed in the flames, or is it essentially?
No, it's 3. It's 3 by 3, so it's actually all of these as well. That's on the edge right here. So I can. I don't think there's a good way for me to draw this, unfortunately, but.
Well, seeing if I could essentially Misty Step to a section that wasn't going to be on fire, but if I got to run through the fire and the flames, I'm fine.
Well, where were I can tell you.
It was exactly 30 feet back from where I'm currently at.
You could Misty Step to one of these squares here, and you would be outside of it.
No, that's fine. I'll come back here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna dash, and then get up to the homie, and then.
Okay, just to do me a huge favor, you have to do a dexterity saving throw, which is so dumb, but that's how it's written. So do a dexterity saving throw first, because you're literally running through it.
Oh, I got a nat 1.
Okay, that's fine. So you are unfortunately stunned, but you take less damage on the third turn. So you are now stunned as well, by the way. But hold on. But you do get to do your full movement. So hold on. Hold on. Ignore this. I don't know what's going on with Tailspire. It's starting to dissipate, so it's a little less damage. Ignore the first one. You take 16 points of damage.
All right.
All right. And
so
go ahead.
The dancing greatsword, for those of you who are in the hallway right there, might want to move, because the thing basically starts making a beeline for me. So it's gonna essentially, I think at 30-foot intervals per turn, it's gonna just try to return to my hand.
Yep. Yeah. That is true.
I don't know where I left it. There it is. So let me get the thing, and then we'll move her. All right. I think Kino's fine. Yeah.
If you stab me, I'm going to be very upset.
You're fine. It's gonna be the guys in the doorway up there that are gonna be.
I'm going to get hit with Thor's hammer.
Listen, I have no control over it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. How much was that damage again, Chris?
I think it was 16, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'll take it. I mean, I don't.
Yep. I think it was 16. Yep. Okay. That was a good try. All right. So, Kylena, your turn. Now, any square. So here's the problem, Kylena. Any square that you move into, you would have to somehow your movement would have to be, actually no. There's no way for you to avoid this. If you go into the green flame, you're screwed. You'd have to take that save.
How
The
far
only other way is
Grin?
Grin, that's a good question. He is. You could. There is one other option now that Ivar's pointed out. You could run all the way around to the back and try to save both of them, but you'd have to have. I don't think you have the movement. He is. So they are both technically 8 tiles. So 40 feet.
40 feet.
Yeah.
So if I move at all, I have to make a dexterity saving throw.
If you move into the flame, if you move forward, so the flame is roaring through here, and there's actually balls of flame on this side and balls of flame over here. You would already know this is happening in seconds. It's starting to dissipate a bit, but it's still very dangerous and very deadly.
Well, as one of my bonus actions, I can teleport 30 feet.
Right.
So if I could move 10 feet without getting into the flames, then I could teleport and be unscathed.
So this is what you could do. You can move up 1, and then it lets you move here, which is 10 feet. And then let's just make sure if that's the case, if you can get out of it. Yeah, you totally can. Now here's what you can do. So you can go through and teleport out, and you can be outside of this. You can totally do that and not actually take the damage or even be affected. You'd have to be right outside of here. What would you like to do though if you do that? That will work.
My goal is to try to pull Grin out of the fire.
Okay, so it would have been here, which is fine. Okay, go ahead and try. I believe to pull. Actually, that's just movement, right? So, because Grin's stunned, he can't pose anyway. But hold on. Not that he would. Hold on one second. Yeah, you haven't used all of your movement. You only moved 10 feet, so you can actually pull him. Yes, you can pull Grin out.
All right, so I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there is no strength component to pulling stun, right, guys? I'm not like cheating this, correct? I'm looking at it.
I think it would just be your pulling strength, your pulling
you're
capacity.
incapacitated, so you can't resist it. You
I'm basically just a big object.
Yeah,
I
and
think
it's
it's
just
half
having movement. Yeah, it is half movement. Yeah, that's it is correct. Yeah. So yeah, you have enough movement. You can pull Grin one space out of it.
Cunning
Unfortunately
action.
though, unfortunately, we still Fintrix is now in this thing though, and you would see this.
I'm going to guess that I can't pull both of them out in the same
Correct.
turn.
Correct. That is correct. But now at least Grin, you are outside of it. Which means so just to see if you are well, is there anything else you want to try, Kylina?
Nope. If I can't pull,
We'll see if yeah, we will see what happens with Grin now. So Grin, now that you're outside of it, you can try to make a save. It is to be unstuck. Yeah, so weird. You have to make a wisdom saving throw though.
Cool.
That's so strange. Yep, go for it.
Nope.
Okay, so you're still stunned. So Grin could have been able to do this, but you're still fighting this off, but you don't have to take any damage. All right, World, it's your turn.
I guess I'm gonna just go see what the fun's all about.
Okay. So you run up here, I assume, correct? Yep.
Something like that. We'll bring
Okay.
Steve the slot with me.
Yep. Okay.
But
Henri. Cool. Anything else?
that's it.
Henri, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to dash towards the other alleyway because I see everybody kind of grouping up in this one.
Yep. Cool. You're just gonna go 60 feet. Yep.
God.
Yep. So you see Henri run past. Anything else, Henri?
No.
Okay. All right. Kino, what would you like to do?
All right, I am going to dash around the side of the building and kind of get under that little overhang to get closer to Fentrix.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
And so I'm going to get there.
All right, Ivar. All right. You there, Eric?
Talking while muted doesn't help. It doesn't look like people are. Well, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and use my action, and I'll come down, and I'll head whatever movement I have left. I will head towards the alternate path.
Yeah, that's totally fine. So you come out. Do 1, 2. Okay. All right. If you start running back, cool. Brother, what would you like to do?
All right, I'm gonna pull the Talixin out of the bag and activate the mapping feature. See if we can get a better heads or tails of where we are in this place.
Okay, cool. Yep. So you do that, and this is what you see here. I will give you the whole thing on my stream. So, you do see that right outside is probably where the invasion is taking place. If you look on my stream there, if you remember, also getting outside might be the way to like leave this place on top of that. And then there's a lot of other like buildings and houses back on this side too, as you can see. But yeah, you now have access to the whole thing. So you'll be able to point that out and tell Spire. I mean, you'll be able to point out the whole map now to people.
Yeah, and he'd be able to. The rest of the group would be able to see that as well.
Yep. Correct. Yep.
All right, and looking around the immediate area, is Fentrix still in there?
Yeah. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he heroically tried to save Grin, but unfortunately got caught in it.
Deck saving throws, my kryptonite.
Oh, I thought it was a wisdom save.
It's the first one when you get into it is Dex though.
Oh.
If you go to run through it, that's the bad one. Yeah. And then to get out of the stun, it's a wisdom.
Shoot, I'm really too far away from him to be able to get to him.
Yeah, the fact that you even get a stave running through this thing is actually very nice of them. But they want to make it so you always have a chance. But yeah, you're literally running through this wall of fire.
All right, then I'm gonna turn back. Is this a door behind me or what looks like a grate underneath this?
This thing?
Yeah, the red thing behind me.
Oh, the red thing behind you. The red thing behind you is not. This is not. No, it's not. It's not.
All right, so then I'm gonna go around this corner here, and I'm going to see if this door is locked.
Which corner? Show me on. Okay. Yeah, you're like going through and yeah, you go through that, you carefully go through and you look. It's actually what it is it's actually a bunch of crates and other things if you look at my stream. On
Oh,
this
okay.
side, but there is a door on
On the
this
other
side
side.
here. Yeah, on this
Yeah,
side
then
here.
I'll walk through there.
If you wanna try to hit the door here, you go through and try to open it. It is locked though. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make my way over to that door, and if the door is locked, I'm going to attack it to see if I can bust it down.
Go for it. It is a steel door, but you can try. Yep. It's made of solid steel.
Oh, it's made of steel, so that's a little bit
Yeah.
different. Then I probably won't be
Yep.
able to take that out.
Yep.
I'll call over that there's a door here and that we should probably take cover and regroup.
Okay. All right, Fentrix. Now make a wisdom saving throw.
All right, I'm gonna move the dancing greatsword forward before I forget.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, it can't get hurt by this. Yeah. And do a wisdom saving throw to see if you can get yourself out of this. If not,
That is a 26.
okay. Yeah. So you shrug this off, and you're able to move up a square to get yourself out of the fire now, and we will take everyone out of initiative order. Okay. You do not have to take the damage now. Cool. All right. Okay, so as all this happened in just a matter of a couple of seconds, that entire combat, it is a chaotic scene because there are a bunch of sounds outside. There are people trying to get in. Now that you're also over here, you can see that there is what seems like this really awful, really hot heat coming through here, and you can see everyone that's there can see it now too. There's literally a river of fire, something that's over on this section. That's heating up everything. It could be lava, it could be fire. You're not exactly sure, but it is incredibly hot, and you can see it from the corner.
I want to catch Fentrix as he's running out of the wall of fire, and immediately I'm just gonna kind of embrace him and give him 20 points of lay on hands.
Okay, awesome. Yep.
Well, I appreciate that. I sort of bit off a little bit more than I can chew, but
I can see.
could be worse. And then I'm gonna put a hand on myself, and I'm gonna dump the other 45 points of healing into myself to get me back to full.
Cool.
I'm sorry, it's 44 points.
Okay.
So
Okay.
is the fire still going?
The fire is still going in this direction, but no one's in it right now.
Okay.
It'll be gone in like seconds though. It starts to dissipate.
Okay.
Grim's still incapacitated, right?
I'm also going to pop a divine sense once it calmed down.
Okay. Yeah, you pop a divine sense, and where are you at, Kino? Let's see.
I am sort of underneath
No, I
that
see
little
you.
bridge.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, and you're safe right now. There's no undead, no fiends, anything.
Okay.
You're safe here.
If Grin still hasn't regained consciousness, I'm gonna kind of bring it to the rest of the party's attention and do a medicine
Oh,
check.
he has actually. No, he shrugged it off now. He was stunned, but he was able to shrug it off. Grin, you can come back. Yeah.
Hey, did we run out of undead? Are we good?
Well, after the little explosion from the last two, I think that might have been the last of them for now.
They exploded?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did some fancy thing and they both exploded. It's not a big deal.
I don't think the big one like that I hit him with the maul or the mace. The Warhammer got there eventually, but
Now,
Chris,
go ahead.
I just want to check and make sure. I'm pretty sure I know the answer. The book got destroyed, right?
Everything on them got destroyed,
Yeah.
not just the book, but their
That's what I
entire.
figured.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get one of those books one day. You can't keep them all from me.
I can't believe that they both failed. That was unexpected. They both failed.
Does anyone
I
need spell slots restored? I can do that.
yeah, if you want to help me with that, I can heal you first.
Yeah.
And then...
Yeah, that they weren't trying to kill themselves. One of them was trying to do something pretty clever, but didn't work out. Backfired.
I'm gonna use a cure wounds on Grin while I'm over here, and then on top of that, also give him the 1 hit point from my last lay on hands.
I have to roll a D3,
Um,
which is the only time I've ever seen that.
So, Kino, one of the things that you like, this hits you like almost like all the hairs in the back of your neck go up, and you are frightened and excited all at the same time. Everyone sees this going through as well. Immediately in the sky, uh, you see a very, very, very large, must be very old, elder red dragon fly over this entire area and go through, and it has started to potentially engage the outside. This thing is massive. Must be very so Kino. Privately, you will know that this is a several thousand-year-old dragon, incredibly old, incredibly powerful. It is a red dragon.
Ooh. Do I get a name?
So for whatever reason you don't, but it might have something to do with the fact that it's very, very far away from you. You're not really sure how this works yet, but it is. But you do know that it is a red dragon. No one else really even sees this thing. It's so big that you see the shadow and you can see the wings, and it's moving so fast. But it has come from another direction now, and it has started to outside potentially wreak havoc. You guys can hear this too. Uh, it's the equivalent of a modern day siege weapon though, because as you go through and you start hearing sounds and going through this of this battle raging or whatever, you can actually like the ground literally has an impact each time either it lands or maybe when it's just like breathing fire. You're not exactly sure, but it's off into the distance over somewhere on the other side. But you can hear its roar and everything. It's pretty terrifying. No one so far has ever seen an elder dragon before, and this thing is. And even though you couldn't get a good look at it, and even though it was super high and like above from you guys, you could still tell that it was massive.
I want to just take a moment. I want to look around to see if there's anyone watching us, anyone moving around in the streets that I can see.
Yeah, perception check.
$24.
All right. Um, this so so there is a lot of noise going on outside, and you do notice that off into the distance there does seem to be signs of some kind of movement. Let me take this off. Oh God, so annoying. Um, Potentially over in these sections, maybe over in the back here. Um, but all the doors are closed. Keep in mind, and you can't really see through the windows or anything else. But you get the distinct impression you're probably not entirely alone. in this castle city. You're not exactly sure though, like if people are inside, um, you're not sure how or why or any of that. So um, you do notice off into the distance, though, you will be able to see this with your 23 as well. There are two hooded figures that are up here. They are actually conversing to each other.
Chris,
Whoosh.
did the mind link make it through the portal?
Yes, yes, yes. Everyone can think to themselves. Yes.
That's a concentration spell, and pretty much as soon as the fight's
Oh,
over.
then I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
then probably not. Yeah.
I could set it back up, but yeah, it went pretty much as soon as the fight started. It would have gone down.
Yeah, if
Okay.
it's concentration, no. Yeah.
We might want to group back up with everybody else. Just make sure we're all together and relatively
Yeah.
unscathed before we figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd still be calling out everybody to come to me to see if we can get inside this building.
Yeah, let's
This one here? This one's kind of small. Don't we want to pick a bigger one?
It's tall.
So is the one over there. I'll motion to...
Inside me.
I'll motion to the big one that kind of looks like a tavern over the bridge.
Before we go further, any of you heroes in need of healing?
I'm doing okay. Grid, you said you're fine now. Yeah.
I feel great.
Yeah, I'm alright. Now that we're pretty much done here, is the halfling still in that cage in the tree?
You can go
No.
look. It doesn't
No,
No,
look like
the whole
no,
you
cage
go
went into
look.
the water.
Yeah.
He screamed, and that's what alerted the undead right before the fight.
Well, he
No, there was,
disappeared
like,
from the
an
cage
alarm
before.
went off.
He did disappear. He did disappear before the cage fell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
go
I
ahead
kind
and-
of suggesting I'll start heading to that bigger building. And while we do, I'm gonna pull out Volo's map.
Okay.
I will walk in the front with brother just in case. Like I will kind of spearhead this and prepare like I'm walking weapons away confidently in case we meet anyone else. I'll prepare something.
Okay. All right. You take out Volo's map, and the whole map glows, but it does not show you any. There's no actual like magic item here, but you've never seen the map glow before like this. It glows a deep purple. No idea what it means.
I'd call Henri over to come take a look at it.
Don't forget the map only went, I believe, places that Volo did, and it only had information Volo of items that Volo had registered. So if he had never been here, it might not give us information about it.
He's all the way over there.
I do have to say, Ivar, that was a neat little trick that you pulled on the wraith or the ghost.
Yeah, that worked quite well. Those undead have many resistances to many of my spells, but not those.
Also, I have the halo off, so it's just my eyes are out.
John, I was just standing right next to you, by the way.
Oh, sorry. I meant I was actually out there, but I hadn't moved my mini.
Here I am. Hi, what's up?
The map is glowing. Then take a look at it, see if it's something you might know what's going on with.
Sure, I can try. Chris, would I have any idea what's going on with the map? Why it might be glowing purple?
Yeah, just do an Arcana check. Yep.
God, I'm gonna use a point of lucky.
And guidance.
You've, yeah, yeah. So you figure out that the reason why the map is glowing purple is because the map was not made to not only be in this area, but there is something weird about this area as well. This is not. You figure out that this is actually not a proper point of Faerun as it exists on the actual plane, and it is causing the map to malfunction and glow a deep purple. So it does not think that you are currently within Faerun or any of the realms that he has ever visited.
Oh, Amanda, you forgot the D4.
Does Castle Evernight ring a bell with anyone? Because I know the name was said by the halfling before it all kicked off.
Yeah, 22 isn't much better than 21.
He
Thank
did
you.
also say we're in Cormyr.
Yeah, as someone from the area, would I know?
You've never heard of this.
I am not the biggest fan of being out in the open. Did we want to go for the building? Try and hunker down for a little bit and get our bearings?
That's a great idea.
Okay.
What is this in this fire over here, Chris?
Let's see. Let's look.
Is it like actual food or is it like person?
Where do you see it?
The campfire right in front of me.
Oh no. So this is. It does look like this is some kind of animal meat. You could do a nature check to find out what it is, but it is animal meat.
Speaking of fire, can I go over to this fire and see if I can figure out what they were throwing in there?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll later in that.
I got a 17
Yes.
on the nature check.
17 on the nature check.
Yeah.
It's owlbear.
I'm eating it. I'm pulling it off.
Yeah.
I'm being cooked.
Yep, it's owlbear. Yeah.
Then I'll offer it around.
Okay.
I'll take a bite.
Okay. Same thing happens to you, Kino. No one else can see it, but it's far. It's potentially far away, but there is another elder black dragon in this region as well.
Okay.
You also know that red dragons and black dragons typically do not actually like cooperate. You know this privately. Red dragons,
Yeah.
black dragons typically don't cooperate with each other. As a matter of fact, they typically don't get along at all, even though they're not necessarily opposed to one another. But black dragons' ideals annoy and upset a lot of red dragons. So they're typically not like friends.
Yeah.
But it is in the region. Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to be kind of astonished at realizing that. And brother was mentioning the one across the bridge or the one right in front of him, the building.
Tell us when you to point it out.
And where are you
Okay,
guys looking
I
at
will-
the river of fire, I guess? Or is that actually you're not. You're over here, right?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
over here. We're looking into the fire to see what the skeletons were throwing into it
'Cause
before.
when we-
Okay. Yeah, do a perception check. It's pretty simple, but I want to see what else you find. So here's the thing. First, you come over and you smell the smell of like burning hair and flesh and other things. They have been burning people and body parts, but let's do a perception check to see. It's a horrific sight once you get over there, by the way.
Do you want advantage or do you want me to do it?
You do it. I can't. Well, because if you aid, that's advantage, but I can't help you because I'm not proficient.
All right.
But I get a +0.
Yeah, it's probably better if I roll then. All right, I'll guidance myself.
All right.
So 17 total.
It looks like at least 4 or 5 people have been cut up into smaller parts, but as you start to look through and see the whole carnage underneath this, it looks like it could have been more if they had enough time. You're not exactly sure why they're burning body parts, but maybe these people were using some kind of ritual or something. It's too damaged. The body's too damaged, and it's too like messed up to actually tell at this point. But they were cutting up people and throwing them in the fire.
He'll kiss his holy symbol and say a quick prayer over the dead and walk towards the rest of the group.
Are there? Because I would have seen them go from like the fire to somewhere else to pick up more stuff.
Right.
Would I see any other body parts like where they went to go get more of them?
So you go through and start to investigate, and look. Go ahead and do an investigation check on. You're gonna have to look through the courtyard. They were over here. Go ahead.
Can I use my survival to help try and find the tracks of where they may be taking the bodies to? And
Yeah,
from?
you can. You can. Yeah, because you saw them walk over here to there, and when you look, you don't see anything. But do investigation, and then you can do survival, and you can start to look and see.
25.
22.
Okay, great. So, you start to, you actually find the tracks, and the tracks go all the way over inside the homes here. This one here, this one here, and this one here. It's possible that they were. It's possible the bodies that they had done this with were actually in the houses. Now,
Yeah.
you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, weird. All right. So, do me a huge favor. Kino Wisdom saving throw.
That's not a favor.
If I see anyone targeting me, I will also do something non-hostile.
Yeah. No, you don't see anyone targeting you. Yep.
Am I within 10 feet of Fentrix as this is all going on?
You are. Yep.
All right, so add
It's a +2 on
2.
Yeah.
28.
Okay. All right. So, so you notice everyone in the group notices that there some kind of like black encapsulating it's almost like a pillar, but it's see-through and ethereal, and it's moving and it's hard. It's actually made up of very intrinsic um very complicated symbols that are way too hard to read as they move uh like incredibly fast, like hundreds of miles a second around Kino as in blur. And then it goes through and it dissipates, and then you guys see a huge arc lightning um hit this tree over here in this area, and then you see a woman stand in front of you um right here.
I will just hold up a hand with the fingers out, palm showing, fingers equidistant apart from each other.
Okay.
And I will pull the holy symbol out and I will just have it on the front of me, on the front of my breastplate.
The holy symbol of Tiamat, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We'll use her model here. Uh, she first things first. You notice that these guys come running out. This all happens at once. They come running out as this arc lightning hits, and they run inside. They see whatever's going on, and they both run inside. This woman is dressed in all black, all obsidian black. She's just wearing a robe, but she does have armor pieces on her shoulder. So it's a little strange for an outfit. She does have a sword at her side, um, and she has dark obsidian hair. And she calls out and she says, "Which one of you is Tiamat's underling?"
It's definitely not the one holding the symbol of Tiamat in front of her.
Yeah, it seems like it seems like through the darkness, she's not seeing well. And she's actually pointed in this direction. She cannot see you.
I don't get anything with the eyes, do I?
You do. You do. This is an elder black dragon.
I would just I'd be standing where I was and I'll step forward one more actually.
Okay. Um uh she looks at you and she says, "Well, this is confusing. Um she says, am I dead?"
I don't believe so, but the physical properties of this place are strange in the weave. You're being held within a space and time. This is all a bubble of reality, I think. A demiplane.
she said she looks at the whole group and she says, "Who here pledges their life to Tiamat? Just her, or all of you?"
I'll kind of take a step forward and kind of hold a hand up.
Yeah, and
Behind Tina.
she comes closer. Brother, you actually do start to feel the tingles of some kind of like strange radiant power like running up to you. And then you actually do hear a voice that says, "Careful, child," as if warning you to stay away from the Black Dragon.
Yeah, he wouldn't say anything. He would just
Yep.
make sure his holy symbol is tucked far back behind his cloak.
As that happens, you actually see arc lightning go through and start hitting many things behind it, and for a split second you actually see giant wings behind this individual, and the arc lightning starts hitting doors and other things over here. It's as if she wants an audience with you and she's making sure that nothing intervenes. It's small pieces of lightning, but it's literally hitting throughout this entire uh area here. um and she goes to you and she says, she looks at Yukino and she says, "What on earth is Tiamat doing with a human?"
An elf.
She says, "Oh, is your thing off right now? Do you actually have? Can she see your face and everything?"
My halo is off. My
No, but
eyes.
do you have? For some reason, I thought you were under a helmet with your armor most of the time. Is that not true?
Uh, no, I technically have the helmet. Most of the time, it's off. But that's
Okay, you took it off though, is what you're saying after the battle. Okay, that's
yes.
fair. She would know you're an elf then. That's fine. Um, she says, so what is Tiamat doing with an elf? And why do I get the bad feeling? And she looks up into the sky, um, and she you guys can all tell at this point that there's something a little wrong with her, because she screams at the top of her lungs and she says, "Who has done this to me?" And she looks up in the sky and that lightning still starts to arc and go through things, um and she looks back at you. She says, "What message do you have for me?"
To leave this place, you go beyond the city walls. I don't know if the rules are different for people that existed within this place and in this time.
So this is the first time that you guys see this. So she immediately transforms into a she steps back and she immediately transforms into a black dragon. She is massive. She is absolutely massive. She's actually so she's like this entire area here. She goes up, she leaves, she comes back, she arcs back down into lightning, and she looks at you and her eyes like burn with this weird thing, and she just says one word and she says, "Liar. You are not 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 giving me good information." And she looks over at you. You can tell Kino there's something wrong with her for sure. She's a little bit crazy.
Give me a moment to see if I can get more up to date information for you. And I will begin praying to see if there's any way to get her out and if there are certain rules to this place that Tiamat would know of.
Yeah. As he's doing that, what did you want to do, Fintrix?
Yeah, I'll kind of put an arm on Kino's shoulder when she starts to do her prayer thing, and I'll kind of clear my throat to speak up.
Yep.
We didn't come from. I don't necessarily know how I want to word this, and I'll speak to her in Draconic too. We walked through a portal that took us here. We were told the way for us to return was the way my comrade had claimed. There's no false information from what we've been told, and I'm apologetic if, fortunately, that hasn't worked for you so far.
Yeah, do a persuasion check too, just to see if you can actually calm down this really insane thing. But that's a good start. You actually get one, so.
Ooh, that's not great. That's a 13.
Yeah, she's super crazy anyway. She semi ignores you, and she says, half dragon. Not even half. And that's all she says. So the other thing I'm allowing you to know, Kino, with your power is that we are using the new Fizzband stuff. Ancient black dragons are close to the equivalent of demigods now.
Yes.
So it's very, very hard to kill them because they can just link to their other their other echoes across the planes, and not to mention the fact that they are also incredibly powerful, incredibly dangerous. Some of them are actually decent spell casters. You do not get the impression though that she may have any of that. So the other thing that's interesting to you is that normally black dragons deal in things like acid, and for some reason she's got all kinds of electrical lightning things going on, which is strange, and you have no explanation through your power on why that would be the case. But you do know that they do have acidic breath and acid breath. She has not represented or shown that at all. She's only shown this crazy lightning stuff.
As I'm praying and I see her uh, very unhinged, would I be able to get the sense of if that was similar to the dragons from the book, or is this something else?
So all the dragons from the books are strange like this. Um, however, you're not exactly sure that you don't. First of all, you don't remember releasing an elder black dragon from the book. You
Yeah.
certainly did release dragons, but you don't remember that. Also, if what he was saying was accurate, this dragon is from the past anyway. This is the dragon from the past, um, and you would probably have heard by now if there was an elder black dragon, crazy insane elder black dragon released into the world, especially in Cormyr. So she is whatever happened here happened a while ago, and she has been trapped. You would know all those things, so.
And would I get anything from this prayer, or am I?
Not yet, nothing. So, what do you guys want to do while this is all happening? Because everything's happening. You now have this crazy, unhinged, insane, potentially very powerful black dragon that's messing with this whole thing.
Did I ever get any information from my investigation check?
Yeah, so as you start to go through as well, the one thing that you notice is that when Ivar pointed out that the things go through the doors, you would have noticed that there were forced entries in all the doors, but they're now closed, as if they were dragging people out of these homes or something. Something bad, something really bad went down here in the Cult of the Dragon, thing.
Well, if the doors are closed, they must have politely dragged them out of the house.
Yeah, so the doors are closed. It did look like there was forced entry, but the doors are still like closed. You're not sure if they're locked or anything. You'd have to open them, but all of them are closed. But it does look like locks are broken and that kind of thing.
Is this wall open right here behind the fire?
Let's see. This wall here open.
No.
So I'm at the fire here. Yep.
Yeah, right here. This
Oh,
wall
it
into
is.
this
Yeah,
building.
it is. It is open. Yeah.
Okay. Can I see anything through it?
Yeah. So, well, so you can see exactly. You have line of sight to see that there are some barrels and some other things here, but it's a little dangerous to get over there. I mean, there's still a raging fire with body parts to go through it. You could try if you wanted to carefully go through or maybe teleport through, but it's still pretty dangerous.
No. I'm just gonna kind of like, without leaving the actual main courtyard area, I'm gonna try and find a way in.
Okay. Well, there is a door around the other side. Or
Okay.
did you want to try? Did you want to try to walk through it?
I don't want to go into the building right now because if something happens in there, we're kind of screwed.
Yep.
So for right now, I'm just looking for openings.
Okay. Yeah, you find another opening over here.
Okay.
And there is a door that goes through it. Okay. So uh she starts to pace and she says, Why would Tiamat send you here? None of this makes sense. And she starts to like hold her head and walk back and forth. And she says, I'm remembering now. We always lose this fight. And she's like goes back and forth and walking and pacing.
What happens when you lose the fight?
She looks at you as you interrupted her with her eyes blaring, and she says, "We'd all die. Just like you're going to die. It'll only be a couple of hours."
Well, maybe we're here to win that fight. Break the cycle.
She like starts to like chuckle, and she goes up to you. She says, "You think you can win the fight that I couldn't win? That he couldn't win?" And she points up, and off in the distance you see that there is the red dragon still flying up. She says, "What?" She says, "What are you going to do?" She said, Tiamat is, she said, and she stops herself. And she says, and then she says, she looks at both of you, and she says, you, I understand, half-breed, but you? And she looks at you. What, what, why?
She and I
And
don't
she's
mean to
talking to Kino. She's talking to Kino. Yeah. But no, you can still say something. But she says why to Kino. Yeah.
I'll stop myself, Tyler, if you want to say something.
While this dragon is pacing around, can I do like an insight or investigation check to see if it looks like she belongs in this timeline or if she got stuck here?
Yeah, you can do you could do that, but what I would allow you to do is maybe ask questions and see how she answers, which would reveal if she is like supposed to be here or if she thinks she's in another time or something. You could ask her questions. You can also do an insight. You can do just a plan on insight check to try to understand the insanity here. But she hasn't given you a ton of information to work off of.
I will just do a straight up insight check to kind of get a feel for what's going on there.
Okay. Yep.
And when she's kind of addressing me, I will just look up at her.
Yep.
I, an elf, I'm not going to lecture someone of your stature, but I wanted to come here with information, and I'm hoping that we could exchange some. This place, this cycle that you are caught in, is currently being held in a ruin within the Feywild. Could you tell me who is leading the battle? Is it you? And I will kind of look in the direction that she motioned before, and him.
Sorry, who are you?
The red dragon, I will kind of motion to.
Oh, yeah. She said she looks at you and she says, "What?" She says, "How do you not know any?" She said, "This is one of the many strongholds of the cult of the dragon. Weak, pathetic humans that we manipulate. Um, none of us are really leading this battle. What that the fool that leads the cult of the dragon is technically leading the battle, which we're allowing. I'm here for different reasons. So is my friend." And she points up to the sky.
Well, and I will kind of lean in. I don't know how close she is to me.
Yep. She's like she would be at 5 feet from you now. Yep.
I did not become one of Tiamat's chosen because I wish to enslave dragonkind. I am here for dragonkind. I've stopped the cult from amassing a group that they can control.
Right. And as you get this close, you do realize her name. Her name is his MS. And I'll give you it.
Honestly,
Now, Henri, out of game, if he tells you this name, this is something that you can actually make a history check roll on, because you do have some information on it. But this is the
Okay.
name here. This is a real canon character, obviously, but hold on. This is the name. Okay.
And while I might just be an elf, I do know things.
Okay.
And Chris, let me know if I hear anything back.
Yeah. So far, neither of you have heard anything from Tiamat or from Bahamut at this point, besides the initial stuff. But no, not yet.
Chris, one thing I would like to do is find an angle, because I'm looking on your screen, where I can get a shot at those cultists if I needed to. So wherever I need to move to be able to see them, to be able to shoot them if something went down.
Of course. So, so first of all, so the cultists that were over here, they've already gone inside. Whatever they are, these guys, they've
They
already
went
gone
back.
in. Yeah, they've went back inside, and so far she's made sure that she's cleared the entire thing with this, whatever this lightning crap is. That's surrounding her, and she does it periodically as well, but it's all behind it. She's not doing anything to you guys. So
Yeah, and I'm also just trying to position my body and myself where I am standing between her and the rest of the group.
yeah, and she does tell you. She will say. She said, "Wait, have any of you been to the Well of Dragons?"
I have. Most of us have.
Out of game technically, you've never stepped inside.
Well,
Are
we've
you
been.
deceiving her, or
I will say we've been close.
okay, all right, yeah, she, yeah, and she holds her head and she starts pacing in.
What concerns you?
He doesn't give you a response, and she's now like going through some like stuff in her head. You without doing an insight, you know that it's kind of dangerous to talk to her right now because she's got like lightning going around her and everything else. You guys have some time to think before she comes back to you.
As we have the time to think and do our thing, I'm just gonna use some time to go through and give myself 2 spell slots back. Because I can.
Cool.
And I forgot to mention that I did it before, so I'll just say I'm doing it now.
How much time do we have before she comes back to herself?
You don't know, maybe minutes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna move. If I have enough time, I'm going to move over to the group.
Yeah, you do. You have enough time.
Sit on the rock.
Okay. I'm going to walk up to behind Grin and whisper, "Grin, can I go in one of the buildings?"
No, stay with us for now.
Oh. Can we go in them later?
Probably.
Okay.
I'll be hanging out with those guys, just to be clear.
Can I move you? I can't move
All right,
you.
cool.
If you want,
Yeah. So, anybody else want to do anything? You have like a minute or two.
I'll just kind of make sure everyone is together and not wandering off, and I will just kind of wait for her patiently and politely.
Okay.
Just holding my holy symbol, just palming it and turning it over in my hand.
So, so she comes back. Hold on a second. Yep, she comes back and she goes straight for you, Kino, and she says, "So, Elvin Whore of Tiamat, tell me, what could you possibly do to help me, and why has that bitch brought all of you here? Tell me right now."
I gained her favor when I released 26 dragons from enslavement. And now I seek to open the Well of Dragons.
So out of game, you know that Electrum book was actually created by the Cult of the Dragon, FYI. You do not, I don't, did you ever learn the book's name? You did, right?
The
You
Book
did.
of Dragons?
Yeah. So, and on top of that, when you read it, you would also, so you know that book was created out of game by this specific cult. It was actually created, fortified, and used by the Cult of the Dragon and lost to them at some point, sometime long ago. So she does hear that, and she says, "Explain."
We're not from this time, we're from the future.
She said, "Well, did you come to save me?"
We can certainly try.
How?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. And you see, she's just looking at the skyline and around. Who are the people at the gates? Forgive the silly questions, but I'm new here.
Yes. She looks up and she says, "They're pathetic. They're absolutely pathetic." She says, "You don't know, though?"
This time is far before mine.
Um, she goes through and uh, she says, she says incredulously, and she says, "Whatever's happened here has made my mind scrambled, and I'm not great with names, but," she says, "those damned Knights of Bahamut, those sick, unbelievable, weak, terrible, awful children of that damned incestual dragon, thou creatures." She said, "Do you know how I die?"
I do not.
"They summon the god himself. He wipes us out. He's cheating." "But it's all right. We're all going to die. He'll kill all of us."
They summon him?
Yeah, those disgusting, weak babies.
Oh boy. See, Kino's going to look very distraught at that.
And she starts to pace again. You can tell that this is not. She's starting to get like more unhinged, more agitated, because it seems like she knows what's going to happen. Though she does know how this is going down, and and it seems like it. I will tell you this. And Kylena, what's you have a passive? Do you have a passive insight?
Yes, my
Yeah.
passive insight is
I mean,
19.
what is your passive insight? Yeah, that's what I thought. Um, so, Kelena, as you start to hear this conversation, you would start to put together the fact that she knows what's coming and she's afraid of what's coming. And apparently, this is not the first time it's happened. So,
Can you remember it every cycle? You remember exactly how it is up until the very end?
she said it doesn't work that way. She says, uh, she starts to laugh and she says, "It doesn't really matter because all of you are going to share my fate soon, and then you'll all be stuck here. It'll be fine. It'll be totally fine." And you notice that she's starting to get so unhinged. She actually walks over here and she literally starts to walk inside the fire. And as she does that, her clothing starts to like burn up a bit as she goes through this, and things go around it, and she actually starts to basically like walk in here, and you see her fully engulfed in flames. You notice that she is absolutely getting hurt and going through it, and she just casually walks back up here as well. By the way, when she walks up, she is completely and fully naked, charred all the way down. Her skin's charred through. You can barely make out scales and other things, and she just basically her clothes just literally come back and regenerate all the way through. And she starts to like walk over here and become unhinged. This is kind of even alarming for you. There's something wrong with her.
I haven't gotten a response yet on the prayers.
Nothing. Neither of you, brother.
Who's the highest ranking member of the cult right now in this place?
So she actually she's actually like has her head like she can't answer you right now. But you do say that, and after like 30 seconds or so, she screams out, Sam Master, and she says that over and over again as if she's screaming for him to come see her. But nothing. Now I think we did. Who did the history check on Sam Master?
I mean, I think I did one of them because I know out of character who he is.
Yeah, so he existed in 902 DR. That
Yeah.
is off the timeline of what you were told you were getting into here. And as she starts to scream this and go down, you notice, I mean, there is still a battle raging outside. Um, and as she does this, you actually do see a hooded figure come through and literally just teleport out of nowhere behind you guys. Um, it's wearing he's got, so by the way, his clothes are frayed up. His clothes are like ripped up slightly or whatever. He it looks like he's just recently been in battle. He comes through, looks at this entire scene. It is incredibly surprised as well. And he looks at all of you and says, "What the hell is going on in here?"
What
And
does
she
it look
she
like?
and she looks over at
Nothing.
him and she starts laughing. You guys say nothing, and yep.
Um,
I
Yeah,
say the
so
word
he's
nothing.
yeah,
Yep.
and I say, what does it look like?
So he is wearing purple and black robes, and the robes have a giant symbol of the cult of the dragon right on the chest. By the way, yep.
Are we speaking to a dragon or a representative?
He looks over and he says, "Oh, the world is gone mad." He said, "What on earth?" And he's looking at the black dragon. He said, "Who are you people?"
I will extend a hand. My name is Kino.
He says, "Oh, sister." He says, "Are you within my ranks?" And I've just never. He looks over and he says, "I certainly do not remember you. How did you get in here?" You can see he's starting to be a little suspicious now.
The constraints on this, and she'll kind of motion, are difficult to explain. Difficult indeed. I am and am not in your ranks, but we certainly can see eye to eye. on some aspects. It's a pleasure to meet you.
He says, he said, I appreciate it. I don't really have time for this pleasantry, but I was called here because, and he looks over at her and he says, well, I suppose it doesn't matter. We'll surely win the fight outside. And and as he says that, by the way, you also, for at first, there's a retinue of people that follow him in with teleport. Immediately when that happens, she looks up and like she's enraged, and she quickly moves, like almost like a blink of the eye, moves over to this area here, and she doesn't say a word. She doesn't use any kind of verbal semantic component, and he is literally held. She's cast to hold person, and she has also cast something that eviscerates every single person behind him. There was at least four of them coming in through teleport. Again, this is all in one action, um, and uh, and he is now held in place. And she looks at him and she says, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We're all dead." And there's blood stains and splatter on behind him.
I'll just look up at her. And then I will look back at him. Who are you fighting outside?
I really don't have time for this. And he says, he says, we're fighting the Knights of Bahamut. They've attacked the castle.
I will look at her and just say, does he know?
And what are you implying, Kino? What are you trying to get out of this?
I am asking if he knows how this all ends, just like how she does.
Oh, yeah. He says, "What are you?" He says, "What are you talking?" He says, "Why did you attack my people?"
Your people.
If you say that, he can't. He's held right now. He can't really do anything to break out of this. But um he is referencing the people behind him that were teleporting and that she just
All right.
eviscerated. Yeah.
Okay. If I can, I'll retract that. I was confused.
Yeah. No worries. Yeah.
I was
You
just
guys can
look.
tell the battle is getting worse outside. You can tell that they're a little closer and that all hell's breaking loose. And
I will look over at her and I will say in Draconic, have you ever tried working with him?
She responds and she says, "It doesn't matter. Bahamut is summoned. He wipes this entire place from the all of favor.
So you have tried and it's still been a failure?
Thousands of times." She says, "This is a waste of time. It's going to happen soon." You can tell she's afraid. She's actually scared.
Now, Chris, offhand, would I know the story of this battle?
So no, you've not only have never been told this, but it's not matching up with anything that you, in like known history, any religious thing with Bahamut. First of all, Bahamut, to your knowledge, has never been fully summoned as an actual being into Faerun, ever. But more confusing is that you would naturally believe that if Bahamut had wiped out an entire place, because you don't even know the name of this like this name doesn't even ring a bell. Surely you would know, but you don't. So something weird is going on.
Who summons him?
But it is possible. You think to yourself, knowing Bahamut, it is possible for the greater good that this knowledge has been kept secret or something. That's certainly possible. And what was that? Kino, what did you say?
I will just ask who summons him.
She says, I don't even know. Maybe he just willed it, but he's breaking all the rules. Bahamut was not allowed to come back to Faerun. Why don't you ask the bitch god that you serve? We all know the story. Why don't you? Oh, it's because you're out of the loop.
What I have. She does not hold my hand, and that's what gives me strength.
You are such a misguided fool. She doesn't care about you. She never will. And she looks over at you, Fentric. She says, you have more of a chance. And you're just sad. Oh, born as a half breed of a half breed of a half breed. That must be terrible. No power. Running around with these small creatures. She does walk up to you, Fentrix, and she says, they're all so beneath you. You are so beneath me. That must hurt. And she looks at you, Kino, and she says, don't you get it? You're nothing.
What were you like? Sorry.
No, go ahead. Say your thing.
What were you like before the loop, originally? What happened the first time this happened?
She pauses and she says, I don't know. The first time that this happens, we lose, like every time. Something happens outside, Bahamut is called, and everyone is wiped out. And then this all starts up again and again and again and again. She said, this castle was not in the Feywild, as you say. We're currently within Cormyr.
I will look at. The man hasn't introduced himself, but
He's still held, and he's not saying anything anymore. Yeah.
may I speak to him, please?
Yeah, she'll take it down, and he can move again, and she starts to go back.
I need to know the details of this castle. Or is there anything you have here? Anything in 3C? Anything powerful that is causing this to happen?
He says this can't be real. Bahamut's not coming to do anything. This has got to be. She's clearly insane, but honestly, she is a powerful elder dragon. She said nothing that she says can be taken lightly. But this is but she is clearly insane because we are going to win this fight.
I found this place a long time in the future. This was a fragment of a ruin cast out into the Feywild. I get a strong feeling, my friend, that you lose this fight. I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know how we can change this, but you need to tell me everything you know because this might not be a waste of time, my friend. This might be us saving this fight.
Fine. What? What do you want to know? He said, I have to get back. What do you want to know? This has been an insane day.
Oh, it's going to get more insane. So, according to her, they summon in Bahamut, which wipes this place. Everyone in it is gone. And apparently, this is a loop. I'd believe it because I believe this is a demi-plane. We entered it years and years and years into the future. So much so, this fight doesn't even reach the surface. We don't even know about this fight in the future. Let me help you.
Well, if what she says is true, do you understand uh, it would be like fighting off Tiamat, impossible. You can't you cannot we could never fight off Bahamut or Tiamat. They are the creators of the world.
sorry, quick question. Did Kino just offer to help the Cult of the Dragon?
I was
Yeah, I
offering
was
to help
about to ask that.
everyone. I offered to help everyone within this. Break the cycle, for better or for worse.
Well, he does say, he says, how do we stop Bahamut? He says, why are you here? Who are you? Let's start with that. Let's see if we can figure this out together. I am willing to work with you. If my death is going to be certain, then I'm not going to be an idiot. I will work with you.
Then you have nothing to lose by showing us around.
He said, do you think we have time for that? He says, I mean, what do you need out of this place? This is the secret headquarters of the Cult of the Dragon. I will be honest with you. Um, my my name is Lindell. Master himself established this ground. Um, uh, so whatever I can do to help, let's do it quickly. But I certainly don't have time to give you a tour.
There is I'm going to be like half whispering. There is a chance we have the ability to leave this place. If there's anything you need brought out that won't be destroyed when it resets, that won't be trapped in the cycle. If there's anything you need taken out, give it to us.
Hmm.
I can't
I'd like
guarantee.
to.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I'm only
Yeah,
want to
go ahead.
interrupt because I want to help. I'd like to use friendship cantrip,
Yeah.
and I say, if you listen closely to the words of my friend, we can help each other. You should comply. And so I want to do a persuasion on him.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
It sounds like he's teetering already anyway.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Okay, so persuasion. This would be advantage.
Yep.
Good thing we're all at advantage. So here's my second one.
Yep.
Much better. 25.
Okay. Yeah. No, that does succeed. So he says, look, normally I would never ever help you, but the fact that she is back there and she could wipe us out in an instant anyway, this is not good for me. This is not good for the battle. This is not good for any of us. I'm willing to be reasonable and help you. She said, considering, and he takes a breath. He says, maybe this is fate. I mean, you are worshippers of Tiamat, the two of you. He looks over at the rest of the group. He said, where are their symbols?
We work together, but you don't need to worry about theirs.
He sees you off into the distance, brother, and he says, you look straight. He says, what is that? And he looks over at the hooded figure that is brother.
He's an ally.
Well, I would say he's a little bit more than that, but
He's an ally. We came in here together. We're fighting together. We leave together.
He says, no, is he a shield mage? What is he?
Yeah.
he's a steel defender. He basically watches my back when I go into battle, and he stays by my side and tries to keep me alive.
Okay.
I'll kind of point towards the scar in my face. I don't see so well anymore. He covers my blind spot.
Yep.
So, real quick, while you're giving out some information, just a few questions I had about this place.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you guys have any obelisks around here? And what are their functions and where are they?
Say that one more time. You do get a response this time, by the way, brother. You can check your thing. We'll say that one more time, Kylena. Sorry.
Do you have any obelisks around here? Where are they and what are their functions?
His eyes widen, and he says, how do you know about the obelisk?
They remain in the ruin that we came from.
He
Time
said,
strips this place of
he says,
everything.
he says he actually waves his hands. Um, he waves his hands, and he does show you that, sure enough, Well, I'll pull it up in a second. But sure enough, he waves his hands, and that black obelisk uh, does appear here. And by the way, he whispers and he says, "This is the backup plan." He says, "Say nothing, but no dragon can withstand this." And he said the Netherese do come in handy every now and then. And the black obelisk is sitting right there.
Okay, and where's the other one?
He says, "I have no other one."
No
There's
black.
another one, and it's pink and purple. It doesn't look like that one.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell even with your passive, he's not lying when he says that he doesn't think there's another one. If there is, he just doesn't know where it's at or doesn't, yeah. But he does materialize the obelisk for you. It's sitting right there.
Would I be able to remember enough from the layout of the castle we originally explored to be able to determine the location of where the other obelisk should be in this dimension?
Unfortunately, no, because where that obelisk is, this is all very different. The ruins don't even match up to what you guys we're looking at all. Not even a little bit. Worse, that obelisk would probably have been outside of the castle walls, but certainly within maybe the map somewhere. But it would be like outside probably, but you're not exactly sure. You won't know exactly. But I will give you this with your passive investigation. This doesn't match up to the ruins. Something really weird is going on. This place is very different.
But does the obelisk look the same?
It does. It looks exactly the same. Doesn't match up to where the other obelisk would have been necessarily. There was a lot more rock, and it was just a different formation, and it just completely different. You don't even know how this would have, even after thousands of years. It's not like rock could have been created or whatever. But it does look exactly the same. It's got the red lettering on it. So far, it looks identical.
Okay, I'm gonna ask him if they have any graveyards on site.
Yeah, that's a good question. He does tell you that there are graveyards outside of the castle proper, outside of the castle walls proper. But he can't leave right now, and if you were to leave, you'd probably be discovered by the army outside. The army is surrounding the castle. He does explain this. So the Knights of Bahamut, or whatever he's calling them, that they have surrounded the entire castle. There are thousands of soldiers outside sieging this thing. There's a whole army outside defending it as well.
Grin would like to ask this guy, uh, were you in control of all those undead that were here?
He says, "You mean our inside?" He said, "Of course." He said, "Wait," and he looks at you, and he looks at you. He says, "So you did?" He said, "Who are you people?" Now he's starting to be suspicious because he's now put two and two together that you somehow teleported into the castle because you were attacked. So
Who we are is like way above your head.
Like I said, we're from years from now. Our life spans never overlap.
he said, I don't understand any of this. He said, we have to hurry though. What do you think it is you need out of me?" And he looks over at her, and she is definitely getting a little worse. She's starting to mutter to herself, talk to herself, go through things. I mean, it's definitely getting worse over here with her mental state.
Who is it that would have the power to summon Bahamut?
He says, I don't know. He says, "I have no idea. It's not possible. How do you summon a god?"
That's my question.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to see it.
Yeah. So as you guys are talking and going through things, you do hear uh, what sounds like on the outside a very high pitch, very clear chime. It sounds like 6 chimes. It's incredibly loud. And the sky lights up as if it's day.
Brother
Nothing
is going to shout that we need to leave now.
Yeah, but it does. The sky lights as if it's daytime now.
Let's go. You heard him.
Give
Everyone
us
gather up.
give us the obelisk. It might be a chance to save us.
Now.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, which way was the exit? Directly.
Henri, get in the backpack.
okay.
You guys don't actually know. So here's it, now that you can see clearly, you see a couple different things. So first and foremost, as you start to leave out here, there's a very strange thing that happens as you get to this area where this flag is here. So you will start to like look through and notice that reality, now that you can see things and you can actually see that there's like it's not in total darkness, reality has started to bend in all of these areas over here. First and foremost, these areas I just couldn't do it very well within. There are other undead here shambling around, but they're like going into the edges as the light starts to go on. There's a couple things that are different on the edges here. First and foremost, these buildings look completely out of place over here. Um, so anything past this area where the Cold Dragon, it's almost like this is like a city or so. And where this should have been maybe a castle wall over here, there's just openness. It's as if reality is broken on this side of the whole thing here. On top of that, it gets even stranger. There are 2 obelisks over on this side here. Actually, I'm sorry. There are 3 obelisks over on this side here. That's right. And in each of these 3 obelisks are exactly the same. They're obsidian obelisks with red on the other side of this. You were told you just had to get outside the castle walls. There are no castle walls over here, just a low-hanging wall. And outside, there is actually water, just like it is there. You would have to come over here, jump over the wall, and get into the water over on this side. Um, but it is strange. Like this is out of all of this is very out of place. You're not sure if it's the same on this side. You don't know. But you are now. Those chimes have started to hit again as well.
Right, outside of Castle Wall. Where would be the nearest gate for us to get out of here? I'll look back to our.
So there is a gate. So he does say, well, there's a front gate over here.
Oh, I gotta go back to your stream. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So the front gate is over here. Yeah.
Kind of let out a sharp whistle and then motion my head for everybody. Come on. We wanted to start running, right? No time like the future. Or I guess the present.
What do you guys want to do?
Book it.
Does he still have the obelisk? Could we take it?
So the obelisk, it's not actually something that's easily taken. The obelisk is the same size as it was outside. It's the size of one of these. You would have to you'd have to be strong enough to pick it up. It would take multiple people if it's even possible. These are big things. These are very large.
Okay.
But Grin, you said you started to run. So where did you want to run? Brother, where do you want to go?
I'm following brother. Just
Yeah, since I know pretty much where everything is, I'm going to be taking the fastest way outside of the city.
So outside of the city is technically over here in this weird reality breaking thing over here, but you could also try to get outside the front here. Yeah, I'll show you the entire map.
Yeah, he would
You
basically just.
do get to make this decision. You can go this way outside to there where there's like ports and stuff, or you can go on the sides. The sides are the easiest, obviously, and the quickest. But yeah, so.
But it's less actual defined map and more just bent reality and open space.
Exactly. Yeah, and there's water on both sides, which doesn't seem right, but Yeah, the castle wall should really be right here. So, and now these are just like town areas and like things that don't make sense, and it bleeds into the rampart portion here. But there is no like like obviously the castle could never have been built like this. People would just walk in or go through it. The invaders would already be inside if they were just coming through water. They coming through ships. This is all broken. Something's weird.
Yeah, he would like throwing silence to the wind. He would literally be running and asking which direction he would go to, imploring to Bahamut for direction.
Okay. Yeah. So you start to run over to this area here to see all the stuff that's happening with the um there is no response other than the word "just run." Like in your head, it
All
says
right,
that.
then he'll run to the fastest way out towards the bent reality.
Okay. All right. So you guys see, and you're following him. Where else is everybody? What else is everybody doing? So, brother, it's pretty simple. This is not. This is just literally like 5 feet. So you just have to get up here and jump over into the water.
You
Yeah,
move.
he
let's-
would
let's
stay
bridge that,
behind the
that's okay.
wall and make sure everybody gets over out and be the last one to jump the wall.
Okay. All right. Cool. Awesome. All right.
So
Man.
if Kylena doesn't see Kino moving to follow the rest of them, she's gonna go up to her and kind of grab her wrist and start pulling her towards the rest of the group and say, "You can't save her. This isn't real. The only thing you can do is get out and try to break it from the outside."
You see Kina's just on the verge of tears. She's like, I can't. This is torturing her.
So get out and break it from the outside.
She's gonna run with you to the edge.
So Kino, before as you start to go, and before you leave, do me a favor, make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Natural 20.
Awesome. Okay, so as you're running and as you guys are going through, she actually targets you with her lightning, and it misses you, but it wraps around you, and she says, "You little bitch, before you leave, what is that? What is that thing that smells so awful?" And she runs up to you. She says, "I know you have it. Show it." You guys are still running. Fintrix, where are you? Where are you at right now?
I
What are you doing?
realistically would have been the slowest one to get moving.
Yeah, that's fine. Are you staying behind with Kino? That's fine too.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna let her tag out, so I'd be with Kylena and her.
Okay.
I
And
don't.
brother, as soon as you could, you were already jumping over, right?
No, he will be the last one to jump
Oh, that's
over.
right, the
He's going to
last
be
one.
ushering everybody over.
All right. Who wants to be the first one to get out?
I guess Whirl would just go first, seeing that like Brother's clearly like gonna be the last guy out. I'd be like,
Okay. So Whirl, who's next?
Grin tells Henri to go through.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Then
right.
on it next.
All right.
Eating the backpack.
What do you want to do, Ivar?
I get out of the backpack.
Is our friend somehow detained by this dragon?
So as you're over here, she has not been she had lightning like encase her. It didn't actually hurt her though. But you're seeing all this happen in brief moments of chaos as you're running through. You can stop if you want to go back. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop and get within 30 feet and watch. And if help is needed, I'm gonna help. I'm not gonna leave until she leaves.
And Frentrix, you're still behind. All right. Brother, you're up by the thing, I assume.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, waiting for people to go. You see all this happen too. And so she says, uh, she says she says show it to me right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. So she grabs her head and she like screams out. He's now like he starts screaming. He's like, what are you doing? Why are you just leaving? This is all happening at once, by the way.
Did she move away from us again?
Yeah, she moved away. Yeah.
All right. I will.
Sorry, do we see this all happening?
You all see it happening. Yep.
And is she being magically held?
No. Kino's not being magically held.
Okay, Gwen's gonna head in that direction then.
Yep.
I am running with Kylena.
Okay, you're running now. Okay, cool. All right. So what were you? You're running toward the edge then, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Fintrix, I assume you're there too, and Ivor, you're running
Yeah,
too. All right. So what's the new order now? Cool.
Well, I was gonna say once. Ooh, hold on. Okay, I thought I muted myself. I'm an idiot. Once I'm like decently far away, and I'm probably gonna make sure I'm one of the last people to go off, either before or after brother. Once I kind of like usher him, because I'm gonna turn back to her and say something, but I'll wait for the others to do their thing.
I'm going second to last.
Second to last. Okay.
Fentrix, when you say hurt, are you referring to me or the dragon?
The dragon.
When they get to the wall, Kylan is going to kind of push Kino to go over the wall first, and then follow after her.
Okay. Do you allow that, Kino?
Kino,
If brother saw Kelena trying to push Kino over, he would help.
Okay. I mean, if you're really pushing Kino to go for it and do the roll. Kino, try to oppose if you want to.
she everyone will just push her, and she's just heartbroken. She'll just look at this place.
Okay.
Yeah. She'll take one last look at this place.
Yep.
From the outside.
Yep. All right. Fintrix. You're still around. So it's Ivar, Fintrix, and brother, correct?
And Grin is still there.
Oh, and Grin. Okay. Ivar, Fintrix, Grin, and brother. Yep. Okay.
Fentrix,
what do you guys want to do?
Well,
once Kino's over the wall, he would probably throw Ivar over.
Okay.
He salutes him as he goes over.
Okay.
All right, Grin, you next. I tried to save you once already. I don't want to have to do it again. I just want some parting last words for this bitch, and then I'll be there.
Yeah, no, go. We don't need parting last words. Just go.
And I'll kind of groan, climb up on top of the wall, and right before I step over, I'll just kind of scratch.
Brother's literally going to kick him over the wall.
Okay.
Rude.
Okay. All right. So Gren and brother, do me a huge favor and just give me your initiative order.
What?
You'll see why. Just roll
You mean
initiative.
initiative roll? Okay.
Yeah, just roll initiative. No.
13.
Okay, and what's your roll? Grin?
Oh, a 4.
Okay, cool. All right, I just want to make sure. Okay. So, both of you see a massively large, impossibly large, beautiful, gleaming, frightening, unbelievably majestic platinum dragon swoop down. And if you're looking at my screen, this is how big. He's around this size here. And so he's around this size here, and you see him come through and start to descend. And another chime hits, and as the chime hits, these walls literally get blown in. Everything outside of the area, besides what's going on in this weird fractured reality, just starts to get wiped through. You notice that it's almost like it's being disintegrated, but it's actually going into powder and other things as well. And you see this crazy amount of radiant light. Now it's your turn. What would you like to do? Brother.
I'm
brother
going to throw Grin over the wall.
Okay. All right, cool. So you throw Grin over the wall. Do me a huge favor, brother. First go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw. You get advantage on this though. Give me a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Grin did move halfway back when he saw Kino wasn't there yet, so he's not near the wall.
Oh yeah, if that's true, in that case, what do you want to do, guys?
Didn't you
What do
try
you
to
want to do,
throw me
brother?
over the wall a second ago? You would have had to have at least been close enough to kick my ass over.
Yeah,
No, that was
he
brother.
was.
Brother kicked you. I yelled
Yeah,
at
brother
you.
kicked you. Yeah, brother did kick him.
All right, so
Yeah, I imagine you're like right here, brother. And where did you want to be, Grin?
I'll be where I am.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Well, so it's brother. Brother is higher on the initiative order. So, brother, what did you want to do before this happens?
about how far away is Grin?
He's like 15 feet, if that. Yeah, it's just around 15.
I'm gonna drag him up. His 15
Okay.
is half my movement,
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
and as the action, boot him over.
Okay. Do you want to oppose, Grin, or do you want to let it happen?
Oppose being dragged?
No. He's gonna push you over the wall.
Oh, Grin would just like link arms with him and let's say, let's go.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
Not oppose being moved towards the
Right.
wall as long as brother's with him.
Right. So, what brother does is he brings you over, he sets you up, but brother, this is where there may be an oppose or not. You're going to get him to the wall, and I assume what you're going to do is you're going to push him over, right?
Yeah, get him to safety.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Brother's not coming with you. He's pushing you first. What do you want to do, Grin?
He would like to grab him and pull him with him.
You can actually do that. So, brother, you got to push him. Do me a favor. Since you have forward momentum on pushing him anyway, first, Grin, do a grapple check, brother. You're gonna have to oppose this if you want. This is to see if basically what's gonna happen is your momentum is going to move you forward. Grin's going to grab onto you. If he can successfully grab onto you as you have momentum to push him, he's probably going to drag you down into the water as well.
Yeah,
And
he'd
that's
let
why.
him.
Okay, if that's the case, that's fine. Nobody has to oppose. All right, so you guys both go over, but you do see what I said. You see this massive platinum dragon. It is a terrifying, magnificent, like thing. It is literally you're seeing either an avatar of Bahamut or Bahamut himself as a god go through and just lay this thing to waste. And there's entire radiant energy and other things that are happening, things that you've never ever, of course, both witnessed before. And then it fades to black, and we will start up next session back in the Feywild. Awesome. Cool.
Hey, we survived.
Yep.
Booyah.
How do you think we
Yeah.
did in the fight, Chris?
Good. Yeah, good. This was a super hard, complicated thing that you guys did not have a lot of time to deal with and go through, and you still did pretty good. I mean, there were certainly really bad things that could happen. There were some other things that could have happened. It's good. You guys did good.
We
You
we
could
all
always theoretically come back, so whatever. You'll have to convince the group to go back into this hellscape, but yeah.
all right. I think we should do that one more time.
We need to perfect
What's
our
that?
run.
Let's go again.
Absolutely not.
Depends
Yeah.
on
What's
the
that
combat.
popular phrase? Hard pass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, there's a lot of potential shit that can go on in here, and so this is certainly one of the outcomes that's pretty decent. So
I really want to know what would have happened to those skeletons if they didn't both fail.
Yeah, same.
it was gonna get a lot. It was gonna get a lot worse. What they were doing is the actual spell that he was trying to attempt is he was trying to bring a necrotic link to take a portion of the army from outside and shunt it in to overwhelm you. And if it had happened, then you would have had to make a choice. Either you leave or you really try to get through the 50 or so things that he brings in. And then it also depends on, so Kino is kind of a weird situation here because this whole thing existing without Kino runs very, very differently. But when Kino's in here, he has the ability to, or she has the ability to bring in two of those trapped dragons. That changes the entire thing as well. So, and there's some other personal things going on that affect Kino, and Kino has another side quest coming in here anyway, and so that she doesn't even truly understand yet. So there's a lot of fucking things that could happen in here. But yeah, a lot of them are bad, some of them are good. I mean, some of them you didn't have time to look into. There's a lot of shit that can go down. So, and it's hard because it's very limited. It's very time limited. So. But yeah.
I'm upset you guys didn't let me curse out the dragon on my way.
But I will tell you this: if they had come in and you guys decided to either continue fighting or just leave, like if you just leave, that's probably the worst because I mean you do survive and whatever, but this also affects, like you'll see. Well, everything you've done still is going to have a ripple effect on stuff, and there is you got more accomplished than you understand. It's just you'll have to see later. So also the fact that I mean this was hugely important I think for Brother as well. Brother now has information that he never had, and the fact that somehow Bahamut is able to come to Faerun and Bahamut himself ended up wiping out the Cult of the Dragon is pretty big news. So
Chris, just to check, you know about the friends cantrip, right?
I thought I did. Why?
Well, just because after a minute they turn hostile.
I was anticipating that, but since he was already kind of liking us, I figured he'd just be kind of grumpy. And I was hoping to get some information from him before he got mad.
I did probably not play that well. Hold on. Let me see.
I did become kind of an ass at the end there, so I mean it kind of worked.
Yeah, I almost said to the black dragon, like, you're pretty snooty for someone who died.
Please don't.
I was gonna be
Please
my way
don't.
out to be like, yo, tough talk coming from a dead bitch as I went to go.
You should. I was
Don't.
gonna say you should see these the new stats on the Elder Dragons too. It's fucking insane. They're like miniature gods. Yeah.
I wanted to get her out so badly.
That's the other thing. I will be honest with you. There's a lot of shit that's going on with that dragon. I mean, it's got fucking like lightning coming out of it. That's there's more to that. Obviously, there's a
And
lot
I
more.
still don't know the name.
Yeah.
Grin was biting his tongue so hard he almost bit it off.
Oh, I was waiting for him to go after Kino. I was waiting for it.
Oh, don't worry. Once we're back out into the Feywild, he's got some words to say.
Also,
no, it's fine. The friends thing is fine because I mean it does say a creature prone to violence might attack you. Another creature might seek retribution in other ways that he discussed depending on the nature of your interaction. But it did believe. I mean, so here's the other thing you have to understand. This was a cult of the dragon. This was one of the cult of the dragon leaders, and this is the very first time he's actually been graced by the presence of this black dragon, which they worship. They also worship the red dragon that's coming through as well. On top of worshiping Tiamat, like there's a lot going on at the end here, and he does semi believe that this might be the end if she's saying that. There's more to him too, but that I mean that was a pretty bad situation for all of them. So
Okay.
you could have also found out what the hell was going on with them sacrificing their own people and like all kinds
I
of
was
shit.
trying, Chris.
I know. I
next
know.
time
Trust
we'll
me.
do
I
it
know.
again.
Trust me. I know. It's not very fair because again, you're very time limited, and on top of this, Kino's characters in the middle of all this. So it's like other groups can get to this, and it will. I mean, obviously the Black Dragon's not going to be coming down and talking to you. So, because Kino
Yeah.
would not be in that group. So, but yeah. Anyway, so
I
yeah,
tried.
you guys did good. You guys did good though. Yeah, you did good.
Didn't feel like I did good.
Well, Kino, I mean, that's the thing. This is hard, man. This is super, super hard. Like
This was amazing because it felt like I was passing people on my way out of the Titanic. I just like, oh, it was crushing.
Yeah, this is pretty hard. And again, it's very, very like think about this, guys. How long do you think you were actually in here? You were in here for like minutes, like maybe 20, maybe. Like not very long at all. If you really look at what actually happened in real time, that fight was only a couple of rounds, and then on top of that, everything that happened was happening in like a minute time frame. You know what I mean? This is just it's very hard.
We'll see how long it takes when we get out of it.
Yeah.
So realistically,
Yeah.
Grin and Fentrix were in there for a while because we were the first two through the portal, and then.
Oh, that's true. You guys did have some time in there. Yeah.
Also, Eric, I think you got the most insane introduction into Kino's faith. Everyone else, it's like brother telling them, "No, you got the proper introduction."
Yeah, I definitely have.
It's first sucking up to a cult.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I basically denounced the cult and told the Black Dragon that, like, hey, I actively did something against them, which, I was debating.
You don't get brownie points for that.
Doesn't matter now, I guess.
I mean, it could, right? Go back in for round 2.
I mean, like, if you're gonna be honest with someone, be honest with the person that memory carries over every time it resets. So,
I mean, you can go back in, but you're going back in alone.
Well, this is the other thing that's really interesting. Like, this is the other thing that's super interesting. This encounter is absolutely not built for you guys. And there is another group within the Feywild. If they get in here, honestly, they're probably just dead. I mean, and it could happen too. It could totally happen. But I mean, there's a level 5 group that could theoretically also come to this thing. Granted, they're not going to see an Elder God dragon, but the same kind of encounter happens, and you're still, it's very, so that's the other thing to keep in mind as well. It's the interesting thing about this kind of campaign is that this really is not just built for you guys. It's actually just here, and it's fascinating that it's very, very different between the groups as well.
Yeah, I think we got
So.
lucky to have the double paladin cleric wombo combo against a bunch of undead.
oh, it was
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, it was good. Yeah. So.
Oh, I got some praying to do once we get out.
And I
If,
hope Group C doesn't watch these videos.
no, they don't. I know for a
Well, that's the
fact.
other thing that's interesting is you guys don't actually see what's happening in Group C either, which is very fascinating because they're also in the Feywild. They've run into some interesting stuff. They didn't really get lucky per se, but they have also uncovered one thing that I didn't think any group would, and they're on that too. So you'll see.
Oh shit.
You'll see after you get into the open world. It'll be very apparent where they are because it's a landmark thing. So you'll see. But
On a side note, just as a whole, I can't wait until we hopefully find the rest of the pieces of my dear old friend, and get him back because I miss that man, and I know Chris loved doing his voice.
What? Oh, Crakalaka?
Yeah,
Yeah.
rejoice.
I think he got scattered across the multiverse. I don't think we're reuniting all the pieces of Crakalaka.
Listen, him and Fentrix had a good
you'll
deal.
see.
Benefit everyone.
You'll see. I didn't think so either. You'll see.
As soon as
We'll
he
see.
mentioned what it was, I was like, "There's no fucking way."
Yeah.
As soon as any of the pieces get sent to different groups, I think that's going to be it. It's going to be very difficult to unite those pieces across the groups.
I don't know. I think Fentrix would make it a mission. He'd be like, "Listen, gotta do it." I used him to save like Peter's other character and do a lot of other good things, so I get why everybody else doesn't like him, but he benefit me pretty well.
Yeah, but right now we don't have any point of contact with Group B.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, guys, cool.
Oh.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Yeah, this was a good
Thanks,
session.
Chris.
It was.
Yeah, it's fun.
It was
Is
fun.
Next
Thanks,
week and
Chris.
the week after we're not playing, right?
Yeah, that's right. So next week we're not playing, and I still have to see about there's still going to be people that are out for New Year's. I'm still going through all that right now to see. So, but next week,
So
yeah, next week no. The problem is I can't play the week after, so I mean it's going to end up being no for 2 weeks. I'm still trying to work it out to see if I can do like catch up sessions, but
So we're not playing the 19th, the 26th, and possibly the 2nd?
actually no. Well, definitely not the 26th. Let me see. Hold on. Let me look at the calendar real quick. I'll tell you. Let me look at the calendar and see. This is actually good to talk through it now. Hold on. Let's see.
And for the rest of you in Connecticut, my trip out there got pushed back towards I think the beginning or mid-March.
Most people cannot play the 26th. But hold on. I actually could play the 2nd though. Yeah, I could play the 2nd. I'm actually fine for the 2nd.
I could play the 2nd as well.
I could
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
I'll be ready.
Me too.
All right. Yeah, the 2nd's fine. So yeah, it's probably just gonna end up being these two, and I'll solidify this for everybody. But yeah, you're right. I don't think we should have to miss 3 sessions. I agree. So
Okay.
yeah.
But yeah, thank you everyone.
Of course.
Yep.
Thanks,
Thanks.
guys.
Yep.
Thanks.